Welcome. Hello, Enola.
Hi, it's me, Ernie.
How you doing?
I'm good.
So, how you doing, friend?
I'm good. I'm fine. What's up?
All right. So, where did you come from right now? Like through my DMs or through the Discord?
This is
Wait,
Ernie.
y- you are Annie, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let me shoot you a follow, man. Yes, I actually can. So before they said you can't follow anybody because I have too many followers now. Like I followed 5,000 people. Yeah, I have 5,002. Let's go. So yeah, I send it to all my groups right now. Let's see who replies. But yeah, that's what I mean with the efficiency of these spaces.
Yeah. It's better if you're invited on like a greater space and you just tell them about your project than posting yourself.
I mean, that's what I said.
Yeah. I remember you said that.
Because that's what I did before and that's what works. And I did this before, I'm not a noob. That's why I know it doesn't really work well. You just said, yeah, well, better than nothing. We had this conversation,
Oh,
bro. Don't
yeah,
say it
yeah.
now.
I remember.
Mm.
I remember. You know, I
But
just
well, let's wait.
yeah.
So yeah, what did you want to say? Sorry, I'm like going into your word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Did you want to say something, or did I went into your word, sir? Because it
No.
seemed like I interrupted.
No, I was listening to you. Welcome,
All
Mark.
right. So where are you coming from, by the way, dude? Like, I want to know a little more about you.
Okay. Free State, South Africa.
What? Where you should start? Wherever you want. Like, where you coming from? Like Nigeria, I assume.
No, I said Free State, Free State.
Sorry, you're like also a little unclear. Like, can you try to speak more up? Like, it's very hard to understand. I really have to like put my
Oh,
ears
okay.
on 100%.
I said Free State, South Africa.
All right. Cool. And you said you're very experienced in the space, right? Like
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
So what did you do? That you like what are you experienced in Web3? What niches? What specifics?
Okay. Firstly, at least I've been in a couple projects. Actually, I started crypto with just being with trading currencies and stuff, or like getting to the NFT space. It wasn't working as the community moderators. Yeah, and most times I think my niche is like listening to people and talking to them. So it's more like hosting voice events basically. And for other things, basically just the community. Yeah, that's why I focus more on the community than the
I
marketing.
got you. So you're not a dev guy, you're a community guy. You're like community managing. It's I
Yeah,
mean it's hard because the community is an organism that you have to take care of. If you don't water it, it's gonna die.
yeah,
Um, So yeah, but like you told me you would do spaces too, and I cannot imagine that you do spaces because your microphone is really bad. And like if you want to do spaces, you have to be clear, right? Otherwise, people don't want to listen because they can't really listen. Like I have really to struggle, I have to say. Like I
Right.
understand, but I only have because I listen very well, and like that's why I, for example, got extra good microphone because I know how important it is. The people don't see you; they only hear you, right?
Yeah.
So,
Am I clear now?
right, like right now,
Am I clear now?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
had to
it's
switch.
definitely better. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, sound is very important. So, yeah, I mean, if you definitely work on your sound, I can definitely see you also doing more spaces. Because I feel like we have to push more on that. And yeah, because here's the audience, right? Like Twitter, that's where you get more
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, also to the people listening in here, it's all people I know. Uh, yeah, I just met Enola, and he said, "Man, you know what? I can help you guys out." And he recommended to do some spaces, and I know we should. So I said, "Oh, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it." Even though, even the guy that's listening right now, yeah, I think it's Hannibal. He knows how inefficient this is. Also, Enola, when you don't talk, can you mute yourself? Because you all the time have like this. Just, yeah, right, perfect. So, yeah, hacker style. Hannibal is probably behind the microphone there. And I can tell you that he knows this is not efficient. That's what I told you before. I still did it because I felt like, just get it rolling. Like, because I feel like I have to get a habit rolling in, like starting those spaces and then go in other spaces, because I know the importance. I just didn't do it. So I see it like right now as a starting board. Like after this space, I will probably hop on different space or see what happens here. But yeah, overall pumped that I did this. And anybody have any questions, man? Just request as a speaker. Um, and yeah, I would also like to meet you guys and like know where you guys are coming from. Just a little backstory behind the PFP, get a little more personal. You guys obviously know like how I look like behind the PFP, or at least the people that made their research. So, I like to connect. And yeah, I remember things like if somebody says he comes from South Africa or Nigeria, I remember that, man. Shit. So, just saying. And Ola, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
saw you. Sorry. Yeah, so your microphone unmute.
yeah, I think I already mentioned like most of it. Or like, is there any other thing like a direct question you want to ask?
So sorry, I was just reading a message. You didn't ask anything to me, or was it to the audience? It
Yeah,
seems
I
like
was
to the.
just saying that like, is there any question like direct question? I think I already mentioned like some of it, so I really don't know what else to say. I mean like about myself, but if there's still anything you want to know,
Oh,
you can just ask.
if you wanna tell, how old are you, dude? Like, are you in your 20s, or are you
Yeah,
older?
uh, I'm 21 actually.
All right, early 20s. Let's fucking go. Oh, bouncy's
Yeah.
in the house. Oh, I can tell you that much. The vibe just raised on 240% or 420%. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
just I was saying, I think I'll say the crypto space as the Web3 space basically as that opportunity the older generation didn't have because everybody's in Web2 and they all just make money from physical things. Yeah, and here we are just PFPs, um, cryptos, DJing, and we're all making it too. So I see that as an opportunity, and you connect with people just like that, just this simple, and just go, building relationships, surfing this space, and still making it, just super cool.
That's it, man. That's it.
That's
Bouncy, can you
it.
talk, bro?
What's good, my fam? What's poppin'?
Man, you already know, man. Mint is incoming. Gotta do the
Ooh,
spaces, man.
get
You gotta go back to the hustle.
get ready.
Yep.
Let's go.
Good,
Let's
good.
go.
Let's go. No, man, I'm pumped as fuck, bro. I'm literally right now giving out those tokens like candy. Oh man,
Yeah.
fucking pumped. So Bouncy, how you do, man?
Good, bro. Good. We working a lot. Busy, busy as fuck, man.
Good, good, good.
Gotta get the paper, man.
Yes, sir. That's good. That's good. That's good, man. Better than
And
being bored, you know. I want to hear that you be busy. Got lots
yes,
of work, man. Let's go,
and we're rolling one.
bro. What do you say?
We're rolling. We're rolling. You know.
Yeah, for real, for real. No, I really feel the hype coming up. You know, like every day it's getting more people getting more interested. I get people say, "Hey, can I get some more?" I got friends, and now they're all DMing me. I'm like I said, I'm sending all these tokens out like crazy, like getting like 15 DMs right now. So yeah, no, it's good, man. It's definitely good. We got like around 150 different investors, but yeah, I have like I said before, I'm open to that. I have like two big whales that could buy the whole collection. I just hold them back and say, hey, you buy the secondary. If there's paper hands, like buy the paper hands later off, give them that 2x, 3x, whatever. And this is what's going to happen. So that's why I want to give as many out as possible to the community because I've got hungry whales in the back that want to support my vision. And they don't want to sell. They're just going to buy and hold, you know. So that's great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like it. You know, I like it a lot because that was like my thing. I'm like, yeah, what price do I want to make the mint? I didn't want it too expensive. I want it affordable for people. So $7, come on, it's great with the art, you know. So
Yeah,
like you know that for sure because it just the art is made by my sister. This is all like original here, right? Like this is not just like some crap made out of nowhere last week and we're trying to make money.
yeah,
So I made it affordable shit. And now I just want to like bless people because I know people will make money on it if they just want to even flip. Like they can make it 2x probably easy. And if they do, fine. That's why all the time I'm giving out two whitelist token minimum to people because I feel like, hey, if I make people money, they will stay and feel like, hey, I wanna like be around this dude, like he helped me. And it's like this Jesus kind of thing where you have your followers and
yeah.
they like right? So and you share the bread, man. So I'm gonna like make the bread, share it,
Yes,
and
sir. Jesus, you had to bless us.
go, bro. On the vision, I feel it's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
So definitely, let's fucking go. And yeah, now we're gonna do a lot of spaces, a lot of PR, man, because we have 5 more days to mint. So that means a lot of more people to get.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Let's go.
So also, I see Alberto down here, man. He's a hacker, first hacker sent to prison. I heard that sound industry. Man, I would love to know a little bit more because I didn't get a deep dive into it. But man, he was like arrested for a long time for hacking, man. Like he got his own story out and all of this, like crazy, man. So thank you for listening, man. First of all, that I appreciate all of you guys. Newman also, Borderless,
Yeah.
Betty, all and
Welcome.
and oh. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So yeah, yeah, Alberto is there. Nice, send a heart. Yeah, man, for real. Man, if you wanna just like drink your favorite beverage, smoke a joint, a cigar, whatever, come up and talk with us. Like I hear Bouncy's right now.
Oh, Oh, Alberto, first
Yeah.
hacker sent. Oh, pero en Uruguay, aquí hablamos en español, hermano. Somos de España, yo.
Sí, hermano.
¿Qué pasó? Saludos para Uruguay, tío. Eres una leyenda. Fucking first
Mm-hmm.
hacker, man. You a legend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean, and he's here right now in the small group.
Damn, welcome, bro.
Yeah, this guy is great, and I met him in a hackers space. He was talking about the story a bit. Yes, he's there. What's good, Alberto? What's fucking good?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué tal,
Aquí,
hermano?
aquí andamos, escuchando un poco, listening to you guys. What are you? Actually, the name of the space got my attention. How can NFTs save the world? And I was wondering if you were going to answer that question. I'm very curious because I don't see a way of doing that. It's like,
I mean, I have
that's a funny part.
I
That's
have,
a trick. This is advertisement that is not very ethical.
I mean, I have a take on it.
Go ahead.
How
I'm willing to
I
listen.
mean, I think it's like math. You can have different ways to the solution. But dude, like just what we do right now, this is a way to save the world by networking. And
Trust is a way of becoming a little more safer in this wild west of Web 3.0 and NFTs, where everybody is attacked and everybody tries to scam everybody. Everybody tries to hack you. You have to be very careful. It's a very friendly place, even though people are friendly. If you get connected with the right people, that is like getting to know them in here in a spaces, creating a network of connections that are that makes a difference, that add value to you. And it's not about getting. Yesterday I was talking with somebody asking me the amount of followers is that important. I think not. It's about the quality. It's about how good those contacts are for you in what you want to get. If you are into NFT work, for example, it's not about getting. If you want followers, you can go and buy them out there. You will get a bunch of bots, and then okay, you will probably have some trouble with Twitter, and you will probably get suspended your account. But it's not about that. It's about creating good quality contacts, people you can end up trusting. Trust is a big, as you mentioned, this kind of places actually can add a little bit to secure the NFT world, because you get to know people, and with time you get to trust some of them. And if somebody is doing something bad, actually it's like a way of you every this is like a big family. After 2 years being here, I can tell you that I know, I get to know who is doing who, and if somebody does something that is ethical, not right, at the end everybody ends up knowing that immediately, and that person's trust is completely lost if that person has any trust, and that's it. The interaction between us is like a good way of protecting the community. If people are doing things good, okay, everybody will know that. Just a matter of time and showing up in spaces and talking to people, interacting, doing things. And well, if you do the good things and things that are giving results, people will trust you, and they will try to interact with you, and great things might happen. If you do shit, well, you are burying yourself. You will probably have to create a new account and start a new personality and create a new profile, because uh, trust is something that you once you lost the trust, you never recover it it's impossible to recover.
very true, man. Very, very, very true. And I'm also with the quality over quantity every day, because I like small spaces where I can like openly talk about topics without worrying about, what are people thinking, whatever, like the whole thing when you're on bigger stages where people like feel like I have to talk different, whatever. Mm, I don't like it. Like these small things we have quality content. That's really it. Like also, I feel like out
Yeah.
of like many
And the
spaces I
thing is
did.
that you have to find those people that are creating and are adding value to what you're doing. There's a lot of noise out there, and it's complicated to actually sometimes if you are new, you will be overwhelmed with all the space. I don't know. You guys, how do you find the spaces here? I don't know if you use just the application in order to see what spaces are open. That are hosted or your followers or the people you're following are in, or do you use any other kind of tool for discovering spaces?
Yeah, there actually are some, and Celine is down here, and she can probably answer that. There is like I think there's two different ones where they show you all the spaces out right now, and they also get them recorded. Then I can look this up. But
Yeah,
yeah, there is.
actually, I use a Spaces dashboard, and that give you information about what's going on right now and the historical information about the spaces hosted by each one of us. It's an interesting platform.
All right. Yeah. I'm right now kind of classic. Just look where my friends are. I just follow so many people. Like I want to follow you right now and I can't because I follow too many people.
Yeah, I wonder, for example, Newman, he's part of the Hackers DAO. And just earlier when I came, it was Hackers DAO, the account of Hacker DAO here. So I assume you are following them. I mean, I don't know how, I mean, for me, it's amazing the interactions of how people get to connect here. And sometimes I think about the algorithm. If it, I don't know, it's scary sometimes, or it's funny. You either
Yeah,
laugh
dude.
or you.
Man, I want to just like hold a step back here and say, first of all, welcome, Celine. And Celine, do you know Alberto?
I know Alberto. I know his story. I read it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
crazy.
really crazy.
Wow. Okay, just wanted to get that step back and get everybody to the same page here. Great, man. But also all the listeners in here right now. Also, so this is recorded, also the listeners later. Alberto, can you give just a little brief like summary about what your story is so people can
Yeah,
get a little
yeah,
understanding?
I can. I mean, Samantha is here. Maybe she can tell my story because yesterday we were listening. We took over a space. I don't know if you know Queen. Um, uh, this woman that is been for a long time on NFTs. She was in a space with this guy who is Twitter 13. Well, I don't remember his handle completely. But the thing is that I came there because it was just the two of them speaking, and I came there to say hi because that woman actually was the person who gave me my first NFT as a gift, like a year and a half ago, or I don't know exactly. But she actually made me enter into the NFT world, actually saying I have an NFT, and then it started to come other people. And I was interviewed by some guys that I met here in Twitter a long time ago. Um, and I just thought like asking the one woman that was the part of the group that interviewed me, ask her when is the interview going to be released, and she told me, Alberto, you don't check your DMs. What do you mean? Oh, Alberto, don't tell me you. And I thought, don't tell me it was already. Yes, Alberto. Last week it was actually. I read that episode. Well, I went to the site of the radio station and we started listening to the recording, and more people start coming into the space. And actually, that space that was three people was like a stage that had at one point like 40 people, and they were all listening to the radio that interview. That was wow! It was really amazing. But okay, I don't want to talk to say if it was good or not. I don't feel comfortable about it. The thing is that um, at one point people appear after I told my story, and it all started saying, "Oh, I haven't heard your story, Alberto. Can you give me a share idea of that?" Well, as the person that interviewed me, she has she knows my story pretty well, and whenever she's in a space, she tells my story much further than me. So I tell Asia, would you mind telling that? Yeah, I don't mind telling you a quick summary of my story. If you don't mind, let me prepare a cup of coffee, and I'll do it in 2 minutes. Okay?
Perfect. Let's fucking go, man. I also invited Samantha if she would. I mean, if you said she can, I invited her. But if she doesn't want to, drink your coffee, take your time.
Actually, Samantha can give a pretty interesting overview of my story. Yeah, and but
Samantha,
yeah,
come
see,
up.
that could be interesting.
Come up on stage. No worries. We don't bite. This is an open stage, right? Bouncy, do you bite? Do you just bounce?
I'm here, bro.
Yeah. He's not biting. There you go, Samantha.
I'm not
What's
sure.
good?
I'm not good at it, Alberto. Asia is much better. But essentially, Alberto, for a very quick, minute recap of his story, he was helping his girlfriend out, logging into her medical provider, and basically found that he could get to everybody else's records as well as hers with a very simple extension in the URL, if you like. So he reported it to the CERT of his country, so like the governing authority that deals with not cyber issues, but like the certificate authority, I believe they are, the cybersecurity agency of Uruguay. And nothing happened for a couple of years, and then just completely out of the blue, Interpol banged down his flat door, apartment door one day, and arrested him. And that was kind of a bit of shit from there, really. He said something, oh God, forgive me, Alberto, I haven't done this for ages. I'm making a complete butchery of it. Basically, he ended up in prison for something he hadn't done for 8 months.
No, Samantha, you're doing an amazing show.
I'm really
No,
not,
you
though. I'm
keep going.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't believe how some people modify the story. That it's like those movies that say based on true facts, and then you watch the story and it has nothing to do with it. No, you're doing some parts of it. So keep going.
Well, it's just, yeah. I mean, you went to prison and then you are now a free man with no criminal charges against your name. Thank God, because essentially the Uruguayan government just hadn't got a fucking clue what they were doing. They took, there's one of the funniest little clips from his story is the fact that Alberto had a pretend Bitcoin, giant Bitcoin, like, I don't know actually what it was made of, but like made of plastic or metal or whatever. It was just, it looked like a Bitcoin picture, but it was just a physical item. And the police in Uruguay were so thick and had no clue what Bitcoin was that they actually thought it was a real Bitcoin. And were quite excited that they had captured a whole Bitcoin in Alberto's apartment with all his computer equipment that they obviously took away. Sadly, Alberto did not get his cryptocurrencies back from some of the hard wallets that they took.
Yeah, actually, yeah. No, if you don't mind, I can play because repeat. I will miss some of the I don't know relevant things.
Sorry,
If you don't mind me playing from the recording of the interview, just a few seconds of the last part. That is something that Samantha, I think she's not aware. Actually, I, I didn't say that in Twitter or anywhere. So
No,
if you don't mind, I will play that.
I'll just shut up about that. Sorry.
Give me a second that I will find where in the recording.
I'm just not trustworthy to tell your story accurately. Sorry. Whoops. Anyway, sorry. Alberto and I are very good friends. We've known each other for some time. We do talk, not on Twitter as well. So please
Holy
forgive
shit.
me. What do you mean, holy shit?
What did you
You
say,
guys are
Samantha?
talking
What did you say?
elsewhere. Oh my
What
god.
did she say?
I just said that we are good
What did you say?
friends and that we talk off Twitter as
Oh,
well. And you
yeah,
said holy
yeah.
shit.
I mean,
So I don't know why.
well,
Unbelievable.
well, okay, hold on. Are you AI? Because that is copyright. Unbelievable. Oh my God, this is scary. Isn't it, Samantha?
I am AI. I can't tell you if I'm AI.
Okay, tell me.
Everyone's AI these days, aren't they?
Okay. What's your favorite TV series?
I'm a deepfake. What do you say?
Okay, good. Oh my God. Yesterday in that space that I was talking about, there was a guy that somebody asked, how many of you are actually working in cybersecurity among the people that were in that space? Okay, some people raised, a person in particular raised his hand and he started talking, but he didn't make much sense. And one of the people that were there, this woman that is a giraffe, Samantha, asked that person, what do you think about Pegasus? And this person started talking about open chat GPT. And I was like in the back channel telling that person, are you hearing what I'm hearing? You asked him about Pegasus and he's answering about OpenGPT. This person is a bot or what? And it was really weird because it
Interesting.
makes no sense.
That
Yeah.
that poses an interesting thing I hadn't thought of, actually. We should be asking
Well,
GPT about that. I wonder if Jonathan's done that.
it's interesting because, well,
That never
for
even
many
occurred
reasons.
to
But
me.
let me play the last part of the interview.
Yes, you go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, well received. Go ahead and say so. What's the most recent developments in the last week, and how does that impact everything that?
Well, something really unexpected and incredible happened in the last days. Really, I'm still. It's hard for me to process the last days here. When I started to express myself and yelling and telling the world about my story, what I wanted to create a change in the system in my country. That's what I basically wanted. And everybody told me that, no, I mean, that's impossible. That's a waste of time. That cannot be done. And somebody contacted me a few days ago from a law firm. That person is part of a group of people that are doing a research in 4 countries of South America regarding investigations about computer-related crimes, how they're performed, the flaws that there are in the processes. And she told me, Alberto, we are people from 4 countries. We are lawyers. We are prosecutors. We are judges. We are teachers of 5 degrees of the law school. And we have had a lot of interviews regarding this topic. And the one thing in common that all these interviews have had is that in all of them, your case was mentioned in some way or another. Yeah, all of the actors of the justice system are completely aware of your case. And in particular, this year, the structure that there was in Uruguay to investigate computer-related crimes that was operated by the Interpol is going to be changed. It will no longer operate. They are going to create a brand new structure that is going to be based on professionals in cybercrime that are going to be getting education from professionals in England. And the person in charge of all this project is the principal prosecutor of Uruguay, the prosecutor in charge of everything in Uruguay, the number one, and he takes your case as the the point of inflection that he visualizes the problems that the system has, and your case is the reason why this thing is going to change. Everything is going to change. The person in charge of the computer crime has been already removed from his position, and everything is going to work in a different way. And it's all because of your case, Alberto, and all the things that you have been doing in the last year. In the prosecution, in the general prosecution office, they know your case like the worst nightmare that they ever experienced, and yeah, they're going to make all these changes because of your case. So imagine, guys, what that means to me. It's like I cannot believe it. I mean, it's the most beautiful and gratifying thing that ever happened in my life. To get the news that I was able to. I mean, yeah, I had to pay a high price, but I was able to do this, and I could change something that nobody thought it would be able. Nobody could change.
Alberto, congratulations.
Thank you.
To everybody who's listening.
Congratulations.
Your stories
Wow.
do matter, everybody, every one of you out there. Like, if you think you have a story that can change some kind of political system, or you think you are in an environment that has been unfair to you, just spread it. It matters. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you have to believe in yourself. You have to have the determination. If you really want something to change something, don't listen to other people discouraging you, telling you you cannot do it. If you want to do it, you can do it. Just know you can, and you will do it. Everybody has. I'm not a person who has special superpowers. I'm like anybody else. I'm just, Ariel, what you should say in Spanish. I'm just another guy from from South America. Yeah, I mean, no, everybody can do it. Just having the determination and taking the action in order to make changes real. It's all it takes, and we cannot do it. Yeah, it can take 5 years. It can take 5 years. It can take a lot of your health. It can take a lot of your money. It can take a lot of everything from you. But the reward is the most beautiful thing that you can get as a person in the world. I mean, being able to actually say that what did you do in your life? What was the most important accomplishment you did in your life? I was able to do something that was being able to help others to not to suffer injustices and being treated in fair ways in this world, in this country. It's beautiful. I mean, what else do I want?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
That's beautiful. I think that's the most important message right there, is that you're helping people understand that they're not alone, or that they don't have to by themselves suffer injustices. You're a poster person of that.
And there's more to this story, right, Alberto? And not only did he, when he left prison.
Okay, guys, that was just an overview of the thing
That
that actually I have to say.
yesterday.
No, that yesterday I listened to that because the interview was last Friday, I think,
Oh,
and
yes.
they aired that on one of the days that I was disappearing because I was busy sleeping.
You haven't
And
told me
yeah,
any of
actually,
this.
well, nobody knew. Actually, this happens in the actually. This is not updated. This structure that I was mentioning is already working. There's a cybercrime division in the Ministry of Interior that is not depending on Interpol. The guy that Samantha, you listened to, that was asking me to teach them about Bitcoin because they had no idea of how to treat the crimes related to Bitcoin. It's no longer the person in charge of computer-related crimes. now this prosecutor is the person that is the boss of, I mean, the person in charge of the cybersecurity structure in the law enforcement. And yeah, it's effective January of this year. It began working, so it's something completely new.
It's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, well,
Man,
I'm
you're
sure
doing it
everyone
good,
can
man.
throw
You
up an emoji.
Yeah, man. Drop an heart or whatever you guys got down there. Dude, I'm really honored that you like take your time to join on those small spaces like, mine. Because you're really
well, you know what? I see Evan down there. That Evan was in that space yesterday. That was completely something unexpected, unpredicted, and not planified, and it was amazing. And if any of the people here, if my story can actually motivate any of you guys to do something, I mean, despite you think it's crazy and impossible, but you think it's the right thing to do, well, that's that's good, and that's worth my time sharing anything with you. I mean, just one person doing one thing that improves our world, our lives, is a good reason for me to talk about this. No matter if it is one person listening or if it is 16 million, doesn't make a difference. Just touching a person and making this world a better place is all that I want, and that's something that yeah, I want to send that message to everybody.
So yeah, I appreciate it. Really, I mean, really touching that you also like put the effort in to spread the word. You could do obviously other things. I mean, I see that you're really an OG. You said that when you came in. Man, I mean, you're in here since 2017 on Twitter, hardcore grinding, 28,000 followers, man. You're 65,000 tweets,
Well,
man.
actually, I have to tell my main Twitter account was from 2009. I was suspended by Twitter. I don't know why. Yeah, I started with this one.
Dude, you have 65,000 tweets. Holy cow, that's so much. I never saw that many
That's
tweets.
just one
That's like,
account.
Well, take a look at Samantha's.
okay, let me take a look at Samantha's. 41,000. All right.
Alberto does some serious tweeting, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has
Samantha,
20.
something that
You guys are really. That's why I was shocked also when you said you guys are communicating outside of this app. Crazy.
Yes. Well, he doesn't answer his DMs.
actually Samantha
So-
can read my mind. Yeah, she can actually communicate with me without talking.
So-
Just kidding.
Well, I
just
feel
kidding.
like you've been avoiding me, so I've been stalking you around spaces
Well,
for the last 24 hours.
No. You really. I was concerned about you the last days, and I didn't
know.
want to
Well,
bother
as
you.
long as you know that
Didn't
wasn't anything to do with you.
So guys, let's
I actually didn't know because. No, sorry. I have to tell something about that.
Sorry, we're
Because
hijacking
you said
your space,
if
having a
you didn't
personal
understand this
conversation.
message, then this message is not for you. Okay, I didn't understand the message, but I wasn't sure
Good.
whether
Well,
it
there
was
you
for me
go.
or for
Well, then
you.
it wasn't for you, was it?
Well, I don't know.
Sorry, Jesus, like Alberto. No, not here.
Yeah,
Come on,
sorry.
please.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Woo. All right. Let's take a little breath for
Suddenly
now.
we're like an old married couple.
A bit, but it's good. Just like a little reset. Take a deep breath and zero. Great. All right. So guys, the room's topic: how can NFTs save the world? Right. I came up with that topic because I feel we should maybe use our brains to think in those kind of directions, because brainstorming never hurts. And since we are like a little group here, there's always different opinions we can discuss, and I feel like this is right now a good time to bring that up. And I would ask you guys in this circle on the speakers right now here, Alberto, Samantha, Enola, Bouncy, Celine, what are your guys' takes on how NFTs could save the world and your opinions. And whoever wants to go first, just go first.
Okay, well, actually, as I told you, that name of the space grabbed my attention because I was thinking, okay, NFTs are basically a place. If you're part of the ecosystem, it's a place where nobody's safe. Unfortunately, I wish I could tell people NFTs are safe. Don't worry, everything's okay. But I would be lying to people. uh, it's
But don't
a
forget the
very
word is safe, but I think he said safe.
Yeah, I'm a stupid German. I misspelled it. I'm sorry.
no.
You're not a
Hold on.
stupid
Germans are
German.
not stupid. Europeans are stupid.
Yeah, spell
Just
mistake.
maybe it confused Alberto.
Yeah,
That's all.
no, I understand. Basically, there are things like what Hackers DAO is doing. Okay, that's a project that is using NFTs in order to solve problems related to cybersecurity. Not only, in the world, but okay, we can look much further than that. And if you see the projects that, all the wide range of projects that have been created are being created so far, you can see that initially what people were doing were trying to find create projects that were looking to find solutions to the daily life problems people had in certain contexts that were I don't know, were in disadvantage or not privileged. For example, one of the first projects I got to listen to was a project that a person created in order to help certain population of indigenous in Colombia, I think, that were giving a certain was going to plant certain amount of trees per each I don't know per certain percentage of the NFTs that were sold. So giving that back to society as part of the project, uh, I understood that become like a must in any NFT project. I mean, if you were creating a project and all the profits were just for the people that were creating that project would be not seen as something pretty nice or polite. It wasn't fitting like the etiquette of the NFTs communities. You are always supposed to think about the others, and okay, if you win, if you are successful, okay, it's not only for you or the success. Think about the others, and yeah, the initiatives were from planting trees in certain parts where deforestation was a problem to giving access to I don't know, connectivity to the internet in certain places, in certain schools that are isolated, or in certain countries in Africa that needed resources in order to get access to certain things that they didn't have, and were creating something that was not giving opportunities to people to access to tools that other people access, and make a difference in order for a child to learn, to grow. So it has always been like that. In terms of project, since the beginning, I think that everything that was being created had in mind creating, saving the world, to put it a way, or improving things that were not or are not working well, or are unfair in this world. That has been from the beginning.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Samantha went down. Why ever? But yeah, let's pass the mic over just so we hear everybody's, and then we can go deeper into certain, like Bouncy or Selena,
Yep.
whoever wants to talk next about the take on now I wrote it right, how NFTs can save the world. I'm sorry, Alberto, man, that I really I thought of it. I'm like, I probably wrote that wrong, but let's wait till somebody says something. And Samantha mentioned, okay, let me fix it quick. I knew there was something in my bag. I was just not sure.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Sorry, and my Twitter keeps crashing, so that's why I went down to listener. It's giving me jip.
Yeah. Okay. So, Bouncy, what's your take on that? Do you have a take on that?
Yeah, I think, but I it's difficult to explain for me because my English is bad as fuck, man. But I think that how can NFT save the world? Like, I think all the contracts in real life on the future is gonna be on the blockchain technology, and that's gonna be like easy for us.
Yeah, I mean, at least it would save a lot of corruption slash fees because there would be much less trust involved, right? You just have smart contracts on
Yeah,
the blockchain. Mm. More involved. I mean, I mean, I don't exactly see how it saves the world, but I see how it improves the world big for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
True. All right. Uh, cool. I like that take. Samantha, do you have a take on how NFTs could save the world, maybe, perhaps, or make them a bit better?
Well, sadly, I do feel that we all have to go the full on doxing selves on the blockchain for identity and anything financial, because cybersecurity or the security of our hardware, of our devices up, is in a shocking state right now. And there is a lot of things that are compromised and a lot of things are wrong. And it really is like, it's a bit like COVID, really, sad to say. And so the only way I can see at this current juncture is use of AI and NFTs and the blockchain to secure ourselves and potentially somehow map some of that security from a hardware and a device standpoint to the blockchain as well. So if we can achieve that, then I think we'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. Imagine an AI governing the whole world, not just like Germany or America, like the whole world. And if like America is bullying Poland, then the whole governance of the world would do something against it. It would be much more powerful. I like that take. So
that's really, so
that
like
would be
AI would
powerful.
be God.
Yeah, I mean, it would be neutral at least, and you wouldn't have like Germany would be the nice to Netherlands because they're neighbors, but wouldn't be cool to whatever than Russia, and I would
But
be
do you
kind of
not
neutral.
think if we got to that point, do you not think that the human race would be affected, as in we would slowly just merge into being computers?
I mean, that's the way it's going already with the kind of cyborg way. Like here in Berlin, for example, they're big in that with like getting chips implanted and shit like that. So that's the way, it's starting the way that we get the metals implanted. So we get the chip.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, I know. But I just,
So,
I bet
yeah.
there's a lot of people that aren't ready for that as well, though, isn't there?
There's a lot of people not ready for aliens, are there, right? I mean, there's a lot of people not ready for shit. Doesn't mean I believe it's gonna happen anyways. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I don't think it's not going to happen. It's just,
Yeah.
You still have to, there are generations that will have to die off before it does, I think.
Sure, could happen. Yeah,
capacity.
I mean, that's why
it won't be in my lifetime.
Right, could be. That's the thing. Like, we have it in our hands, basically. Like, if what we do right now, like, we are writing the future in the space because we are in the moment right now, talking about things that nobody's really talking about, right? So we are writing our future right now for the world because we are the future. Like, I'm in my 20s, most of us are 20s here. Yeah. Like Celine is in early 20s, Bouncy mid 20s, me at mid 20s. We're young guys. Girls that are ambitious and very confident we can change the world in different ways. We just need capital
and
for
that's
it.
Cool.
Yeah, it is great.
Hats off to you.
I mean, man, look at this networking. This is like steroids, right? Like I have a conference if I want, like every 2 hours, right? Like I could just hop spaces and talk to different people and network. And it's really, it was never there before like this. So
No,
yeah.
absolutely. I think this social audio is brilliant, and it's definitely changing the world. It's helping to shape the world as we're going through some very turbulent times, and it's giving people a voice, and that was much needed. So
yes,
that's absolutely amazing.
so with
I
that
love
being
Twitter
said,
Spaces for that.
let's tap on the next to Enola and Celine about our topic, just to get every speaker
Okay.
heard. Let's go, Enola. Tell us.
Yeah, I think basically it's NFT changing the world is like, before we used to have issues of, art theft and, fake arts, all those. But now you can't like have duplicate of a particular art on this NFT space, basically. I think it's covering that. And two is I think communities, basically NFT communities, they come up with different innovations. Time to time, we have different NFTs projects having different utilities, new utilities, and all that. And sometimes when they just finish minting and stuff like that, they tend to like, okay, this percentage to charity, to all that kind of stuff. And all these things still revolves around helping the normal world. Like, you know, when they come up with another utility, maybe staking, you're making money from that. Maybe you could use it for access in some other events and stuff like that. Basically, it wasn't there before. Before you have to get tickets, but now you just have to like own a particular NFT to get access to an event and all those kind of stuff. And other things you could make liquidity from just this little thing in your own. Before, if you own an art and you feel like you want to sell it, you have to go maybe auction it out there, and you look for buyers and stuff. But now you just list them off and you get them sold out. That kind of stuff, it's pretty cool. What do you guys think?
Don't we love the digital time? Thanks God, man. That's why I'm a 90s kid. I was born to be alive in this time here, man. Like, holy shit.
Like real, bro.
Like, dude, because I was born and raised in a time where it wasn't normal, but I was just in the stage, where Game Boy came out, PlayStation, where we didn't have the phones there, where we had to ring the bell. So I was just on the edge because every 2000s kid was already in there. The Z generation had phones. They didn't had to ring the bells and ask if the friend is at home. So
Yeah.
it's great to be alive, and I feel like we have such a bright future. That's why we're doing what we're doing right this second, to stir the future in the right direction. And it's just Web3. It's so connected. Like right now in this space, this is small, but we have probably like 10 different countries involved in here. Probably, like if we go, like I'm on the Canary Islands right now. Bouncy is in Barcelona. Celine, I don't know, she's flying every time anywhere. Enola, South Africa. Yeah, Alberto has some issues. Okay, he's down in the speaker, but he's still there. Probably Uruguay. I don't know. But like you guys are all around the world, and we're just like, it wouldn't be possible in the real world. Like we wouldn't just sit right now in a room together and would talk if we wouldn't have this time. Right? The time has to be right. Like God is very patient because he had to wait for all this time that we all sitting here right now in this room and talking about whatever we were talking to. Like when I created this room, I didn't know exactly where this is going, right? I just like went for it, went for the ride. And I'm telling you, I'm glad I went for the ride. Because every time you go out of your comfort zone, you get blessed with yeah, so many different people that go along here. Like, we have a speaker up here, Benny. I will love to hear from you in a second, but first we will hear from Celine, from her thoughts on how NFTs can save the world. And yeah, Celine, I would love your take on that. Yeah, let's see if she finds her phone of her 50 phones. She's always like in 5 spaces also, like she's a hardcore grinder, so sometimes could happen that let's say if she's not responding right now, then we can go to Benny first and say like, what's up, Benny?
Hey, hello. Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands, but I'm in Costa Rica right now, so almost your neighbor, right? If you're from Berlin, but yeah, no, I think this is an interesting topic, right? The NFTs, and I may be a little bit of a different opinion. I joined a little bit late, and obviously this is great for the artists, to monetize the art more. But in my opinion, how NFTs will really change the world is by allowing documentation to be digitalized and to be accessed from all over the world. So, for example, I traveled a lot, I've worked abroad a lot, and for a lot of companies and a lot of things, you need to have your degrees legalized. You need to have if you have medical documents, if you have all these things. And I think that that's the real use case, and it might not be as sexy because it might not be monetizable, and but you will have it on the blockchain, and if you have those things on the blockchain and NFTs, right, then you can travel wherever, and if any institution in any country wants to see your documents, you can show them, right? I think that'll be the true value in it. It's great for artists now, to be able to monetize and people to jump in on the NFTs, to use it this way. And I've seen some, with some where you can have like free therapy, so there are people working on, adding stuff to it. As an art itself, it's not my thing, but that's just my personal preference. But the technology, and I think, using it in this way, where a lot of people work on it, because obviously money incentivizes people to work on technology like this, will only make it better, and will create like the real sustainable use cases where personal information is going to be digitalized and easy to carry, and making the world even, as you were talking about, even global, right? Making it even easier for people to travel around, and to and I put it in the chat as well. And when you said about people implanting their chips, that always makes me laugh, because we have our chips in our hands, all of us right now, so why would they need it to implant it? It's already available. All the information that if anyone wants to have information of us, it's already out there. But no, that's what I think about the NFTs. I think it's, and I love blockchain. It's a great technology, and I think it will definitely help us. The art aspect, of it is a little bit dubious for me, but the technology is going to change the world, definitely.
Yeah, true. Yeah, the chip thing is just a flex, with the RFID chip to say like, hey, I can do it. Like, I can whatever. It's stupid, of course. I wouldn't do it for now. By the way, cool Dutch guy. I live in Germany in the Dutch border, but I'm in Spain half the year, Canary Islands. So right now I'm not there, but man, I love it. Dutch people are much nicer than Germans. I prefer like they're nicer, friendlier. But yeah, that's a personal thing, I guess. So shout out to that. And I like your point of view to be more, down to earth and say, hey, documents, like get the basics straight first, and then let's go about the fancy stuff later. True. I mean,
I think it's the fancy stuff first that will develop the technology, right? Because you still need a lot of development, and then if you have this, because now how many people are working in this space now? How many people has it attracted, right? So all these brilliant minds, they will make it better, and then it will switch to these, like, where you don't have to, if you go to an employer, they don't need to see your documents. The blockchain will just verify that you have the documents needed, so there's privacy is more, right? So you don't
true.
have to show them. And even if the
Yeah.
medical documents, people don't have to look into your medical documents. They can just see, okay, they check the list and that's it.
Dude, I saw like this checklist when you do like you join a server and they check you do you know these rate to earn kind of things? Like some projects do that and they check did you like the tweet or whatever. I felt like this just seeing, where it checks it. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh man. So by the way, we got no Celine back maybe? I really wanted to hear her, but if we don't get Celine, that's also fine. No, she's not there. Rest in peace, Celine. Can't believe you drop on me like this. She's such a knowledgeable girl, I have to say. She's like 22, yeah, and she made so much, like pilot license trading since 2013. Went from India to America, studying there, and all those crazy things. Hedge fund, doing her own project now, putting like even being a surrogate mother now for a friend that's 45. Like, she does so many amazing things. Glad to have her, you know, spending time also with me here. Anybody like here right now, I'm very glad that you guys spend time in the space, listening in here, just, you know, vibing. I also want anybody that's listening in here, feel free to come up. Like, you don't have to feel shy. I really want to connect with people. I'm totally honest on that. Like, I don't want to feel like you guys have to be like, no, I don't want to talk. Maybe I say something wrong. You can't say anything wrong. It's all good, you know. Just let's connect. Let's like Benny said, you know, I come from Holland, but now I'm all around the world. Kind of like, what are you doing, by the way, there? Like when I may
Me?
ask. Yes, Benny.
I'm a dog, well, pet sitting and house sitting, and I'm
Oh,
working on my own stuff. So I'm writing a blog and I'm working on some projects, but in the meantime I'm traveling, you know, trying to extend my savings as long as I can. So I'm currently dog sitting 3 golden retrievers and watching the house, and I did the same in Mexico and in the US, and yeah, trying to, you know, make it cheap. And it's nice, you know, when you watch the dogs. You have to
so
walk around, you get to learn the neighborhood.
for people listening in here that would maybe be interested in that, do you have any tips for them to how to get started? Because it sounds like a
Yeah,
fun thing, and I see everywhere like there's some people interested. Like, yeah.
no, it's and actually I was interviewed by some Dutch newspapers because I met a journalist, well, a freelance journalist on one of my trips, and she, you know, she had the same question. So, and it was interesting. I got a lot of nice reactions. So what I use is there's different websites, but this one is, I think, one of the biggest out there. It's called Trusted House Sitters. You pay a fee, but if you Google discount codes, you can find a 25% discount code. Or if you just send me a DM, I can send you a link. Then I get 2 months free. You get 25% off, but that's not necessary. You can just Google it. Um, so, and then you just, you know, one recommendation that I would give if you start doing this is you set some searches. So for countries, for example, with the date, and you save them and you keep your notifications on, because they go real fast. Like I had one I saw one in Panama, starting in about a few weeks, and I think within 15 minutes someone applied, and they went with that person. So it's you build up your reviews, you get reviews, you build up your profile, but you know, and then you've got to really react fast. So it's one of the only apps that I've got like my notifications on. I've got searches out, you know, in many of the countries here, and then when something pops up, it's, you know, I drop everything and I write to them, and you make your case, and then they, you know, they accept you, and then you can get to like, for example, I was in Mexico on the until the 6th of January on a house sitting gig, and I was looking for stuff to do or where to go on the 5th, and then this popped up, and on the 7th I was here. You know, so it can go real quick. But it's a nice thing. You know, I was watching looking after 2 dogs and 5 cats in Mexico, and 1 dog in the US, and here it's 3 dogs. So it's nice. You know, it's a nice way to travel.
And they like pay for your food also, or do you just then go grocery shopping yourself and buy stuff, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's no. Then it's just like you know, they tell you, oh, whatever is in the fridge, you can use it. But
Cool.
yeah, you know, you have to kind of. I don't really do that. You know, I whenever I get something, it's all, yeah, I just buy my own stuff. But I got a car here that I can use. You have to pay for your trips yourself, so your traveling arrangements, you have to make them yourself. But you know, the living expenses is one of the biggest ones you have, right?
For
So
real.
this
Yeah.
takes a large chunk out, and if you can make it as cheap, and you know, I'm living, like, I don't know if you know Thoreau, but I've been, you know, comparing this to my Walden little secluded hut, so I can write and do my stuff. Yeah, it's quite nice.
No, it's great. No, it's really cool. So for the people listening in, trusted house sitters, right? That's the
Yeah.
website.com. So that's the alpha, man. That's really really nice to connect and get the alpha. I never heard about that, and you just like, straight in the one call, we already know everything about it almost. Like I almost know how much I can you could travel the world instantly, kind of, right? Like
Oh
there's
yeah,
yeah. Wow. So if you like have a wish to go to Australia, for example, or whatever your favorite country is, you just grind, right? You have to grind your repetition also up, obviously. But like when you have no repetition yet, you still get accepted at some point, right? Because I mean,
Yeah, like I was lucky when I started out because it was Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday, so I got one during Thanksgiving in the US. When I started out, I think I downloaded the app, but one day later I found one, and then during the Christmas and New Year's break, I found the one in Mexico because those are the holidays. And I just recently, just now today, someone asked me if I wanted to go and sit, but here in Costa Rica, but I have to leave. So yeah, if you build up your reviews, you can even get asked to sit, in
Yeah,
their place.
sorry to get into the middle of the conversation, but that reminds me of the concept of couch surfing. That initially, okay, you were sharing a place in your house to host people. Mostly, the profile of the people were people that were young, traveling all over the world, and well, you were offering them a couch at least in your place, and that was a way of okay, you got reputation feedback, and you got basically trust from people after you host certain amount of people. But we all start from zero. So when I started using couchsurfing, what I did, I started from zero, but I started offering my place to people from other countries to stay in. And well, people were coming here, they were giving me a positive feedback, and well, I accumulated to become somebody who people would look at my profile and would say, okay, this person is somebody that is pretty likely not to be somebody who is a problematic person. Should I ask them to be hosted somewhere else? They would look at that, and yeah, that's the approach that I use. I mean, from zero to something. Okay, first you have to work. It's not like you start with a reputation, certain trust. No, you start with the trust zero. You have to gain that with your actions and your behavior.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I use I'm looking at the couch surfing as well. I used it a long time ago. So I went back to kind of zero. But with the trusted house sitters, they ask you to link it to LinkedIn and Airbnb. I guess then you can boost yourself a little bit if you have some good reviews there, and they can check if you're a real person or not. But yeah, I'm looking at couch. The only difference with couch surfing is that sometimes I'm not always as sociable. I'm quite an introvert, so with the dog sitting, I like the pets, and sometimes I need that
No,
solace.
actually,
But
for me, I am also like you. I'm introvert and shy, but that I use it as a therapy in order to overcome the shyness, in order to be pushed to do the thing that make me feel uncomfortable, like interacting with people, talking with people. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, you will have a person from another country for a few days sleeping in your apartment. So okay, go and you will suffer. You won't like it, but eventually you will overcome that, and at one point you will feel uncomfortable. I mean, I was using that as a therapy. And another
that's
thing that Couchsurfing implemented was that concept of, okay, let's just charge $1 into your credit card in order to verify that it is you. I mean, if you have a credit card with your names as the information in this account, and you put that and we can charge you $1, okay, that gives you a certain, I mean, another layer of trust, security, of making sure, not making sure because you can actually eventually overcome that and use that even though you're not the person. But it's a very interesting concept regarding that. Just $1 that actually for them meant a lot, meaning that there's a community that I don't know how many users they got in the best moments, but we're talking about millions of people maybe. So charging that was probably nothing for most of the people. Yeah, in some context that is a lot of money, but it's something that is really interesting. At the first time I saw that way of verifying somebody is who they claim it is. It was during couchsurfing with that verification model.
Yeah, and I like that kind of therapy, right? To use that. I've actually, when you said that, I was like, oh yeah, I need to use that as well. Maybe that's a good thing to. Not
Well,
always. Sometimes you need to charge it, but and by the way, they're using PayPal now also to verify on Couchsurfing. Well,
yeah,
first they like just to verify, and then you can buy a verified account on Couchsurfing, which is like 50
yeah.
$60 or something.
Yeah, actually, the business model has changed, and in the past years, initially it was completely free. Last time I wanted to log in, when you enter into a service and it's like the last time you log in was 6 years ago. You realize that you are getting on.
Hello. Somebody's wait. Don't you hear them talking, bro?
What?
Hey guys.
What are you, bro?
Hey guys. So I
Yes.
wanted to contribute to the conversation about how NFTs can save the world. And
That's good.
basically,
That's good. What? But why you?
can I tell?
Why your
Can
account
I?
is so new, man?
Yeah, I've never used Twitter before,
Bro, 0 follower.
but I
It's
still
all
want to
good.
share
It's all
the
good.
story regardless.
No,
Go
but I was
away.
just. They were talking right now, and you just interrupted them. But okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah, if you want, you can finish, but I just want to tell
No,
my story.
go on. If you already interrupted, no, just hurry up, bro. What's up?
Okay, so basically, like when NFTs emerged in 2020, I I was really early to cash in on them, and basically I made like 60K profit, and I could pay off the medical bills of my grandmother, and I was just so happy about that yeah, it's not exactly saving the world, but like it's like still cool, you know, that they can help you financially and stuff.
All right, so it saved your world at least. I mean, everybody lives his own little world anyway. So yeah, that's great. I mean, if you
Yeah,
is she still
may I
good?
ask you a question that I'm curious to know about? I mean, in order to create that kind of profit in NFTs, it's not everybody. I mean, most of the people do not get that get any kind of profit near that. Most of the people actually, I mean, an average person who is creating NFTs or artists, I think they create on average $12 in a year selling NFTs.
I can understand you right now.
No, the thing is that how did you have any kind of did you study? Did you how was your that you got to create that interesting amount of profit from the NFTs when the market it's like the stock market. If you don't know the rules, you are going to fall among the huge amount
So
of
right,
people.
man. So right. So right. You gotta know the rules. You gotta know the rules. You gotta just know the rules. And
All right, so tell us the rules, bro.
Yeah.
Tell us.
what was the question?
The question was basically how did you what kind of what was your strategy in order to raise that amount of profits from NFT when somebody most of the people are never going to actually achieve that, and the people that are able to get that are people that knows a lot about the market, that have a lot of experience. So have you been studying what how did I mean I don't want to tell me what you bought and what price you sold, but I'm curious to know what's your background regarding NFTs before being able to raise that? Because if you are not with certain education, you will enter and you will buy at some price, and you will see how you lose most of your money.
Okay, so like how I began was like my friend told me about NFTs, and basically he made them, and it was like first we scammed people, but that was only the first phase. There was like we made 10K or something off of like NFT scamming. But then the other like about 50K I made because I was like I worked with the founders of Bored Ape Club, and I like helped them make some designs. I actually didn't make it through like selling NFTs, but like helping people like with the design stuff and like you know.
Bro, to be honest, I think you're bullshitting me here. My bullshit radar's going.
To be honest, shut the fuck up. To be honest, like if you
Yeah.
don't believe me, then keep quiet. Keep it
Yeah, I
to
don't
yourself.
believe.
Well, to be honest, somebody with your profile is raise a lot of red
What
flags.
do you
So,
Yeah,
mean
man,
with
you are
my
clown,
profile?
I
man.
mean, sometimes
What do you
I
mean
will
with my?
thank
You are
You know, it's
clown.
I will
worth
thank
like
you, but
10K or something. It's
no,
worth
it's okay. It's
10K.
completely fine. It's completely
One
fine.
at
I
a
mean,
time, please. I can barely understand what's being
You are
said.
the king or what, man?
you brag
Come
about
on,
scamming
man.
people.
Shut up, man. The king.
Especially if you start off with a scam, you know, if you say like, "Oh, we scammed people," you know, then you have no right to call yourself
You do
a
know
king.
how much my profile picture is worth, right?
Yeah,
Well, I
nothing
don't
because it's not
mind, you know.
yours.
Okay, take a guess how much it's worth.
If
Dude,
you tell me that you've scammed people, and you know that pretty much makes me, you know, my respect is pretty much gone to
Shut up.
zero at that point. So
Well,
I don't mind
actually,
how
yeah,
much your NFT is worth. If you scam people out of money, that's giving this entire industry
Shut
a
up,
bad name,
Jesus
right?
guy.
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. I don't have to shut up if you tell me to, you know, because you want to speak, so you also have to listen to other people. And just because you come here and you want
And
to, you know,
you
show
don't even
people,
have an NFT as a profile
well, I
picture.
don't mind, you know, I don't mind. That doesn't
What
disqualify me to talk to you about
what
what
do
what
you
does a
fucking
decent
know
human
about
being does.
NFTs, dude?
Hey, how do
Well,
you
I don't
think
know
we
if
can
you
save
know
the
anything about it, you know.
Just
how can we save the
shut
world
up for a second.
scamming people? I mean, that's something that is for me contradictory.
I'd like a word, please. Just one. I have
Yeah.
no idea what an NFT is. I see little pictures. I think they're cool, but I don't.
So basically, to continue my story,
No, dude. I'm gonna find a way to mute you. I don't want to talk to a scammer. Like I've had so many people impersonate other people trying to
Yeah,
take my
I took him down.
I don't
and you're
even
one
believe
of
he's
them.
a scammer. I
As
don't
far as
even
I'm
think he's a
concerned,
scammer.
you disappear.
I don't think, I don't believe anything about that.
Good,
A
he's gone.
So
scammer will actually be bragging about scamming people. That's not no.
So yeah, just for clearance right now, a second. I put him down. He's requesting. I don't like also for the calls. Don't take him up right now. Like we want to have a little piece. Not a, like even if he's not a scammer, he's just making jokes. It's not funny how he's making it. It
No,
feels
basically he's trolling. He's wasting our time in a discussion that is becoming very
yeah.
productive. There's no use to waste our time with that.
It's just not needed really. So with that being said, just to reset this for a second, like share the space, guys, to raise some awareness. It's also recorded. I see we have a lot of people, and sharing is caring, right? Doesn't hurt to just quickly go on the bottom right, share it, and if you already did, then redo it and do it again. And yeah, with that being said, we have also a lot of new speakers up here, like Nacho. Man, I had last days with him a FaceTime call, and he's a founder, a really great guy. Sent me also an NFT because he said, "Man, I want you in my community." You know, that's how amazing he is. So yeah, we have a really couple requests here and there, and we see responses and hands up. Let's just get through those because they were already here for a while, and then we can go back to also Alberto and Benny to you guys' topic, right? To get that through because NFT just went. Yeah, ballistics. So a response. Your turn.
So yeah, I just need to figure out what an NFT is. What does NFT stand for? Why do they exist? How did they get popular? Like a basic history, because I've been on Twitter for like a week and a half and gained like 100 followers because of what I believe. But I'd like to profit from that situation. But if the value of the NFT's already gone down, there's no point, right? So
Oh, gotcha. No, I can
May,
try it.
may I say something before that, if you don't mind? Just
Yeah, go for it. I mean, I
just one
can do
thing.
it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell you about NFTs, but actually, here it's okay. You're mentioning a key element in order of what you are expecting. That is to understand if something that you don't know might or not may not be profitable for you. Okay. In my case, and in case of the people that have been here for a while and are still here, many of us have disappeared in the middle. We stay here because not of the money, because not of the profit, because of actually believing in what it stands for and how it can basically make a change. It's making a change in the world, in society, in technology. So we're not looking at that, but I respect completely uh, your motivations. But yeah, in my case, it's something that is not like that. So I don't know if when it comes to explaining what an NFT, yeah, you can go Jesus to make him know about the base.
okay, thank you for that, sir. I'm very happy that you were able to say all of that to me. But I still don't understand what an NFT is.
Yeah, no, yeah, you go ahead, Jesus, and you can give
Yeah.
an overview.
So first of all, the word, so you get the word right in your head, like NFT, non-fungible token, right? That's what the fancy word is about. And you basically leveraging down with NFTs on the crypto blockchain they are on, because you have different NFTs on different blockchains, right? Like Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, Sui, Aptos, the list goes on, right? There's always coming new blockchains. So what you're doing is you're leveraging down on the blockchain. So if you're buying NFTs on Ethereum, it's like a 20x leverage sometimes, like if you would invest $2,000 in Ethereum or $2,000 in Ethereum NFTs, you can profit much more on those NFTs because they can make a 10x much easier than Ethereum ever could, right? So that's what you have to understand about making money in NFTs. Kind of, there's of course more, like DeFi is getting bigger, for example, on Solana for sure. Where you have like NFTs that you stake and then you get like SPL tokens, blah, blah, blah. It's not much money yet, right? But DGOTs, they make dust and dust is worth like $1.50 or whatever. So they make you, I don't know, 15 dust a day. It's money, especially for like smaller World 3 countries kind of situations. When you make $10 a day with an NFT or so, that would be great for them. DGOT makes more, but it costs 16,000, 18,000. So, the relation is not really there to say it makes sense to buy it for the passive kind of, right, reward it gives. But like, for example, I'm launching my project now Thursday. It's going to be less than $10. It's going to be on Solana, right? So you're leveraging down on Solana. If you buy it now, because I give out whitelist tokens here in this space, for example, you want that, right? You create a wallet. I send you this whitelist tokens. You're gonna mint, let's say I sent you 2 till 5. Normally I send 2, but people are like, I send 5. You mint 5. You pay less than $10 per NFT. I can tell you right now, you can double your money in less than like 2 days because you can instantly flip it for double the money. I know that because there are a lot of whales that want to buy off the secondary and I don't let them buy that much whitelist. So people like you have a chance because I want you guys to make money so you come back. Because when you buy 5, you're going to keep 1 or 2 of my NFTs later, right? So yeah, it's fun. NFT space is just fun because you can create value for people. And that's what I'm doing, man. So NFTs is basically the future. I see it at least at that.
Okay, that's an explanation that's given me a little more clarity, and I really appreciate you, bro. I really do. Because I'm literally just about to make my first ever crypto trade, and you're telling me there's a cheaper option that can make me smaller yet faster money, if I'm right. Is that what I'm understanding?
If that's your choice, like that's always a choice thing because I know I'm gonna have a lot of volume after mint, right? So if you say you want to make some money, I would recommend you like get 5 so you can sell some. But of course, I would wish that you keep some, right? Because then you're like part of the community. Because NFTs is also like more than just money. There's like people like me talking right now, right? Like I'm a founder of a project. So I want to like have a connection to the people that invest in me because we want to build something. Like when you buy this NFT and you sell it later, you made money. I still have your money from the funds, right? Where do you think this goes? I want to invest it in things. So then later I can reward the community. I want to make it like a piggy bank that makes money. So later I can reward the holders. It's like a trust, let's say, in small terms. So yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that's kind of done. I see a lot of hands, so we can also
Yeah,
check.
no worries. I will shut off my mic, and thank you very much for that explanation. I now
Very
understand.
welcome.
No, yeah, absolutely. Penny, you can go first. It's okay.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you, Alberto. No, what I wanted to add to it is like because obviously it's interesting because there is money involved, but an NFT the way I see it is more like a a certificate of ownership, and that could be for art, that could be for anything. That's why I was talking earlier about documents and having them attached to your ID, your personality. You can show them through an app, everywhere just with a QR code to be scanned. And obviously now it's interesting because people are making, some people, I think Alberto put it really, well earlier. Some people make money out of it, right? It sounds like it's really easy to buy it, but if you have them, that you can get maybe gas somewhere. You can get, you can make some money, like kind of staking. But
Yes.
it is still a very dangerous thing to put a lot of money in it. It's the same thing with crypto, right? It's so volatile.
Yeah.
If you really want to invest your money, you want to have, and that's at least how I do it, long-term investment, steady investment, because it's risky. And I think that that's something that people need to remember, right? It's not just something that you put
Yes.
money in and you make the money
Right.
back. No, it's something that you need to think about. And that's what
And
Alberto
that's
said, you need to know the rules and you need to know what you invest in.
yeah, and that's why I have achievement like less than $10. I feel that's like pretty confidential that people can invest, like they could live without it, right? Like a coffee kind of situation when you can like
Yeah, first of all, this is not financial advice. That's a disclaimer you will hear everywhere you go, responsible. And second, I just wanted to say regarding what you mentioned, Jesus, in some countries, I know firsthand experience from friends in Cuba. $10 makes a huge difference in the life of a person, and NFTs are giving some people an opportunity to have access to certain, I don't know, to be rewarded in a fair way, in a way that they never thought they would have the tools to do it
true.
before. And I have seen in Venezuela, Cuba, those countries really $1, $2, $10. Wow, they make a difference in the life of those guys.
Yeah, I know. I met those people and they told me that they said that $2 pays me a meal. And that's why I feel it's amazing that when I can offer them a $10 mint and I know for a fact then the secondary, it will bought off whatever price they will list it because I have whales. I can kind of guarantee you that I can make a world change for them. If you just said $10 is a world change, I can make them $10 with my mint because I know my mint is 0.4 SOL. If you mint listed for 1 SOL, it will be bought. So with that being said, isn't that a great thing? I mean, it's not many people because I'm only having a small collection, right? But it's gonna be a couple people that I can at least make a smile on, and they will not forget me. And that's how I want to start. A small collection, build it up, and then also go on different blockchains later. Be multi-culti. So yeah, I like this whole space, guys. Really, I appreciate that you guys are all putting so much.
Nacho Fontaine, to a listener, can you please try to invite him back because he is somebody who knows a lot, and I would really love to hear from him.
Yeah, no, everybody that's requesting, I let up. Right now, I have no request, just Nacho. I got him back up also. I want to hear from Nacho also because, he's the founder I talked before. I just mentioned him before. He's a really nice guy. So, Nacho, you there, bro?
Hey, fam. How are you? How's going everything, Jesus? Pleasure to be here. Thanks. Well, no.
Yeah, all good.
All good, yeah. You actually a chill weekend and try to disconnect a little myself from Twitter. But well, I was in the afternoon, so I say, okay, I drink a coffee, jump into the space, and I just found your space. So yeah, really happy to be here. No, and actually, I was like hearing a little bit before no talk and where were you speaking? No, about like can NFTs save the world? I think that's the topic. No, like the main topic here.
100%, sir. That's the topic, and I would love to hear your point of view on that topic.
Okay, for me, like I don't know how NFTs can save the world, but I think that in a lot of ways it can make it better. No, it can improve some. Well, the ownership system. No, I think that's the main point of NFTs. No, that you can actually own digital assets. No, and right now that we are like jumping into Web3, that we need ways to actually own the digital asset and give it value to the things that we're gonna own, on the internet and on the metaverse or wherever. So I think that is important, and actually I think that it can help us a lot on things with the real world, like ownership of things in the real world, like tickets to a concert or things like that. And I don't know, with boats, for example, you can make, well, of course, using the blockchain, a more transparent and efficient system of different things that you need an ownership. So that's the view that I have on NFTs. That's for me the most valuable thing that actually can bring to the world. Like, yeah, a more decentralized way to say this is mine, and like I can sell it to you, I can transfer it to you, no matter if I'm here or in the other side of the world. Like no matter where you are, you can actually sell, buy something. And I don't know, for me actually it have other uses, not only the ownership, but for example me in bearded bodies, or like you, Jesus, like you say, you can actually like sell part of your companies or actually create a company or a fund to invest in other people, like in a way that you, I don't like to say use the community, but like you understand me. I know that that's some bad, but I don't based on community, like create something based on community. That's what I mean to say, like, and I think that that's actually really really awesome on NFTs, the community, the people that is behind, and the things that you can build with the NFTs, with the funds that you get, or like the benefits that you can put behind. No, right now we all, I think that, well, we are most focusing on the art and the benefits behind, but then I think that we have like tons of things to do upside, the PFPs and the projects. I think that we can like use it in many things. I don't know, that's my opinion. I don't want to steal a lot of time here.
No, I like it. I like it. And you share most of it like with Benny because he feels like also documents, proof of ownership is the big thing with NFTs. That's fun. I like this topic because everybody is so different with NFTs. Like some people just focus on money. They don't even care about what is ownership. Come on, I want to make money. So yeah, no, I like this, guys. So I wish Celine would be here. Who knows? Maybe she's here. She's just engagement farming on, like, I'm telling you, 25 spaces.
Yeah, no, by the way, regarding what Nacho mentioned about community, for example, a guy that the one that show up saying that all those things, how he raised blah amount of money and his first project was a scam. Okay, for me it's like, first of all, reporting that profile. Second, it's like, okay, that guy would never have. I mean, the community. If you want to enter into the community, what are you doing, man? Come on, I mean, you have to behave in certain way. Somebody like him, him or her, I don't know. Maybe who knows what that person was. You never can tell. But that's not the way. That's basically a way of proving how a community can filter and create trust. You with time you are creating trust with your action, with what you're saying. This guy did something that, of course, all of us probably don't have, would never have any trust in that person ever. So yeah, and that's why he has 0 followers and 0 following. He's probably creating new profiles every 10 minutes.
Yo, Alberto, did you just see? I just saw it now, but this NFT King wrote, invite me back or I will make your project fail. Oh no.
Yeah, no comments about that. But yeah, I mean, I really
Um,
want to. I mean, every successful project in NFTs makes the whole community benefit from that. It's not the project benefit. So the more successful project we have, the more trust the people that are not having already taking that step, they're having that doubt, they don't completely understand. Okay, they will push them. Okay, with so many successful cases, I will give it a try. Worth it. But every project that is actually failing either intentionally or because of being a scam is not hurting that particular project and the people that put money there. It's hurting also the whole ecosystem. So we all want all the project to succeed. So basically, we all collaborate, or I don't know, we are part of a system that is succeeding for one is succeeding for everyone. So we all want to succeed everyone, and that's something that is very nice and beautiful.
let's fucking grow. With that being said, don't forget to connect with everybody in here, guys. People that show up on spaces, they care. They really care. They want to exchange. They want to know things. They want to be updated. So what I do, I always follow people that are in spaces because then I follow their spaces and connect with theirs. It's just networking is so great, and we don't even know what's coming, but it's just great. I know that my gut feeling says it. Um, all what we're doing, even those spaces here, this is all a preparation for something bigger. And we are all early, right? Everybody in here knows that probably. I mean, everybody says it, but if you really think about the numbers, we are early, early, early. Like, what is in
Yeah,
your friendship? Like,
we are
nobody
not.
talks about this.
Yeah, we're not even. I don't consider we are even early adopters. I think we are privileged people. I don't even consider this as a part of the early adopters, being us. No, we are even a little bit before that early adoption stage. We are privileged people that are lucky to be here.
Yeah, we are. And that's what you notice with Bitcoin. The early people make the most. And we are the early people. You have to always get this mindset that there is always opportunities. Like every guy has just 24 hours and girl, obviously. And it depends on how you look at those 24 hours, how you utilize them. How do you sleep also? There's different, how do you eat, how do you live your life? Do you live it also conscious, like mindful, or do you just live your life here and there and the days passes by and a lot of different factors are important. And I really would say everybody to your heart, like mindfulness is a really big thing. And since we're so much in the tech world, this is even a bigger thing for us because we are so much in front of the screens. And you know that after your hours of front of the screen, how your eyes, they need to break. You need mental breaks, physical breaks, that your soul didn't came here to just sit all the time on a chair or whatever, like you have you came here for fun. Like you wanna um not just explore yourself, but also bring joy down to here. And I feel like when I do spaces, that's what I like. This is where I bloom. Like this is where I bring joy down, because then I can make speeches like those, right? Like I'm sitting right now, like if you imagine me, like I'm a guy on a mountaintop. Like I live right now in Spain on the top of a mountain, so I have nobody around me. So who do I preach to, right? I could tweet maybe. That's like different because I'm a guy that likes to talk. So this is a platform for me, like just a blessing. Like I waited for this moment in time to bloom, like, and it's just a great time to be alive. So I'm just grateful. Wanna also not talk too much because I feel there's so many great people here that I also wanna just stay back, listen in, and just make the stage. Just open up the opportunity. And that's what we did here. And I'm really glad that I just, pushed myself and said, you know what, I'm open it up. And big thanks to Enola. He said, let's do a space. I said, okay, let's do
Yeah, but before we go, it's all no accident. I mean, because of
I
a mistake in the type of the space, I came here. Yeah, you really tricked me. So sorry. Go ahead, man.
so I think there's this guy asking for NFTs, and you need to understand. I don't know who that was. What was that, please?
For me, it was somebody. After looking his profile, I don't got for many red flags. I don't believe. I believe he was just trolling. He was, he was just wasting our time. I don't
Oh,
believe he was actually trying to
I,
understand that.
I just I
That's
just
my
shared a thread. I just shared a thread about NFTs for layman.
I
If
think you were talking about the response and ability, the other person, right, who asked what NFTs are,
yeah,
not
yeah.
I
the
was
the NFT king,
talking about.
right? Yeah,
I'm talking
he
about the
left
person
it.
who wanted to make money. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, he was in the. I've seen it in him. I've seen him in other spaces as well the other day, and in one of my spaces.
Oh, I thought it was serious. Well, either way.
Maybe I might be completely wrong, but for me, no, too many red flags, but I might be wrong.
No, I
Ah,
think the response and ability just really just created his profile, his account like recently because he was in my space and he shared some interesting things. So it wasn't like he was trolling there, but I think he was genuinely asking what NFTs were.
Yeah, yeah. That was what I was saying. That I just shared a post about what NFTs are and stuff like that.
okay, yeah, you have to be a little more clear, bro, Enola. Yeah, on the Jumbotron, he posted a tweet from a friend or a buddy that explains a little bit more. But yeah, we already explained it to him. He's gone, dude. Like, you missed the train.
No, the
Like,
thing is that you have to be open enough in order to you don't you people like with that profile in one space somebody show up and said what are NFTs, and my question is why do you want to know about what is an NFT, and his answer was because I heard that you can make a lot of money with NFTs, so I wanted to know. Okay, that is the reason why you want to know what NFTs are. Okay, in that moment, okay, in a community we are willing, everybody who's willing to learn to know what an NFT is, somebody, if they have the I mean, if the reasons, motivations in order to know what an NFT is are something that we consider as something that is, I don't know, following our thoughts, our ethics, our integrity, we will surely help that person. But if something that might be questionable, we might probably be reluctant. And an NFT, okay, knowing at least what NFT stands for, it's something that you can perfectly Google. And sometimes I feel like some people are abusing of our time, of our knowledge, not because we don't want to help. We do love to help people. We don't want to help people succeed in those who are really wanted to do it. But some things, you just Google NFT, non-fungible token. What's non-fungible? You just Google that. That's something that is up there. You can look it up. It's something that is not a secret. Then when it comes to how it works, okay, that's something that is not very intuitive, and you can basically come here and ask those questions. But that basic of what's the meaning of that is something that I expect you to know. If not, you are really disappointing me. To I don't know if that's a word, but it's like okay, try a little harder.
yeah, true. I gotcha.
And
Yeah, I
and
mean, yeah. No, go on, Benny.
and you can also just put it in YouTube, right? If you put what is an NFT in YouTube, you'll probably get a lot of
Yeah, of
videos
course.
and
Google
explanations there.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
I just wanted to add before, like, and this is before I came to this space, I tweeted out, to not focus on the money, but focus on the value you offer. And I think that is something that I sometimes miss a little bit in the NFT space. It is all about, obviously money is a great incentive, but if you focus on the value you offer, like what is it, what can you do with the NFT? What is it, what is it supporting? I think that is sometimes that I feel like is a little bit missing in the NFT. I could be wrong, obviously, right? But maybe just my my view. But that's some things that I sometimes that I feel like it should be focused more on the value instead of as Alberto pointed out, right? Well, there's so many people who just want to come in to make money, but there's so much more to discover from it, right? As you said, the communities and everything.
Sadly true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sadly true. There is really money is a big thing, and I think it's okay though because that just brings them in. doesn't mean, some will go, but some will stay, right? And since I'm thinking in the long term, I want to welcome anybody, right? The people that come for the money or for the tech or the community or whatever, right? There will be many reasons. And by saying I like this and I don't like this, I'm judging. And I don't want to be judgmental, to be honest, right? So I'm just like helping anybody. And he also made a nice comment, like, thank you all for your time, allowing me to speak and ask a question that you really already knew. I understand how frustrating it can be, like he was really polite. So, I mean, for me, I was just like, I respond the way I want to get a response to. Like, I want to get a polite response, right? Even if I ask a question about money, and then if that's his honest answer, man, that's it. Like, I don't blame him. Like, a lot of people are here probably for money. And
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that becoming rich overnight, that concept should be completely
true, yeah,
clarified.
everywhere.
That is something that
It
is
does,
a myth.
yeah, it just
Nobody understands that this is something that is alive.
yeah, I mean, maybe in Lotto that happens, but yeah, how often, right? I mean, come on, and that's not crypto. So yeah, overnight, really, you just have to probably be a scammer, like this guy said before, too.
Yeah, a scammer that who is actually a fake scammer. I don't know. That you meet all kind of people here.
But let's see, we have some hands up. Let's go them through. I want to see like James and Uni. Whoever was first. I sorry, didn't see that, but yeah, you guys know better who was first. So James or Uni?
I think I was. I hope not being impolite. I actually just wanted to ask you guys if you guys have been following on along with like Gitcoin alpha rounds and some of the projects that are utilizing NFTs in different ways. Like I know Forest Trees Club uses NFTs to increase transparency and decrease overhead costs. And like the title is how can NFTs save the world? These are ways that I've seen them being used that are amazing, and I'm happy to see and support the technology. I've seen botanists that are trying to re-index botany because the last 200 years is black and white sketches and leaf presses, and 3D renderings. Plants saved to the blockchain is just so much more informative. So the botanists are looking forward to progressing science. I've seen like the DeSci movement trying to find ways that they can standardize research tests to ensure its authenticity and save results to the blockchain. And this is all stuff that's happening through NFTs, and it's amazing. I mean, my effort is pretty simple. I raise money to give to charities, and I use them as raffle, really pretty raffle tickets, essentially. But people can use them for all kinds of things.
Very true, very true. I like that. So you're a founder, man. You are a project founder. You telling us? What's the name?
Oh, I started the Carbon Counting Club. Right now, we're raising money to send to the Four Trees Club. So we're gathering up donations and we're sending it over there. If you want to make direct donations, that's always encouraged as well. I've got a bunch of NFTs that if you buy one, you're entered into a drawing or a giveaway of different sorts. I think every NFT except for the Trees of Fortune, which is a little over $200, but that plants over a hectare of forest. And that doesn't have a giveaway. That's just you're planting a hectare of forest. Thank you very much. And then the ones that are 20, like 0.2 Tezos, those plant one tree. And you don't really have a giveaway attached to those either. But all the other ones have giveaways attached to them. So
Cool,
that's what I'm
cool.
doing.
That's great. So cool, nice to have you here, man. Uni, tell us, what do you have for us?
Hi. Like I didn't hear like the guy that you were talking about just entered the space, but I feel like there's nothing wrong with being here for the money because eventually you will want to like create a business and that will like get your income. So I think if you just like be super transparent about it, guys, I'm here for the money, but while I'm doing this, I will be like trying to like spend all of my time like giving you value, either it's like an experience or just maybe like a financial tool. I think that's okay to say. If like you're truly like transparent about it, I think you're can be either for the money and just like the hub, like the fun of the technology and just bringing up new things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you checked my project out, you saying?
I was the one to like first talk and then go because my phone sucks.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but we were probably like talking about individuals instead of project founders, and they can't do that, right? Like they just think about the money in terms of flipping, probably, like like that. How can you provide like that kind of value as a investor, not as a founder, because
Yeah,
he wasn't
actually,
the
I have to.
founder.
No, yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but I have to add. Okay, I also do not disapprove that because actually those people that are with that mindset that have certain profile, I don't know, people that can actually be the people that provide the funds in order to execute an NFT project that might save the world. I mean, no, I mean, yeah, that people that wants to understand what NFTs are because there are people that are I don't know, they are investors, there are people that can found and be the ones that give the resources for a dream or idea to come true in NFTs. We need that. Yeah, they surely will need to understand about NFTs before nobody that has the money to invest will put their money if they don't understand clearly where they're putting the money. And NFTs are something not very intuitive to know. So yeah, I respect that, and we need people like that actually with the intentions of making money and maybe having the money in order to start something that helps. It's just that for me, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's against the way I see things and also the way that certain prior steps, such as asking what an NFT is, or yesterday was somebody saying, I don't know what NFT is, what it stands for. Okay, just that is Googling, but that's it. It's not a big deal, but I think that they're necessary in the community as well. Those kind of profiles.
Yeah, true. It is basic, man. I mean, but hey, it's an icebreaker, man. You can always open it up. What is an NFT? Everybody, you can tell us that. So,
Well, you were surprised that a year ago in a room with 10 people, we would get 10 different answers, and actually we get to the conclusion that we none of us actually could explain clearly what an NFT was, which was a big interesting conclusion.
true. True. It's like we have no fucking clue, dude. Well, that's funny. That's why we're experimenting here, having a good time, learning, and realizing, right? That's really like a knowledgeable guy, right? That you realize that you don't know shit. Like there's so much more. And yeah, that's what the really smart people realize in the end. Like, whoa, we're really just trying things out here, figuring things out. All right. Benny, I see you have your hands up. You're respecting the hands. I love that. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm just also just wanted to kind of say goodbye. I have to walk the dogs. They need their their daily walk. But I just wanted to quickly like say what I agreed with like Uni and with Alberto and you guys as well. Like I think if we talk about value, I think that should be from the founders. If you look at if you're a founder of a project, you want to ask yourself, what is the value that I add? And then you need, as Alberto pointed out, you need those investors, right? The people who say, you know what, I'm here to make money, but they will put the money in a project that has value that for them that they can look at. And if you like, it's always what they call that elevator pitch. If you create a project and you have an investor, you want to be able to tell them in one sentence, what does your project stand for and what does it do. And then you have the people who will put money in, and they say, I'm just here about the money. You create your tech, you create your projects, you do what you need to do. I believe in you because you're creating some value and you know how to tell it to me. And I think that is the two sides of the thing that we need to have, right? But in the as like, and I'm not smart enough to create any NFT projects. I'm not. I know that for myself, but I respect a lot of people who do it, right? But it's that if you know what value you add, then people will invest in you. So that's why I'm saying, if you focus only on the money, then it's not going to be the best value you can add. And I think that that's also a responsibility you have to the community and to yourself to to provide the best value, and then the money will come by itself. I think that sometimes that focus is a little bit off. But if you're an investor, then that's what you want to make. You want to find projects, you want to put your money in, and yeah, make some money. But as Uni said, if you're open and honest about it, yeah, all fair and game. But I'm gonna jump back to listener. I'm gonna walk the dogs, and I hope you have a great space. I'm gonna be listening for a bit, and I'll speak. Hopefully, join you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice words, dude. Really appreciate you having here. And yeah, dude, you're always welcome. I definitely gonna like make a space also tomorrow. Like Mint's coming soon, so with that being said, like elevator pitch, it's so important to also train it. Like, don't just expect to be good. Every professional needs to train. If you look in the professional area around, like Alberto, Peonis, whatever, do you think they just did like a thing once and then they're like, okay, I'm great, I'll stop doing it?
You can have the best, one amazing idea that can change the world, society, humanity, universe. And
Wait,
if you are not able to actually articulate that in a way that people can see what it is about in a virtual pitch, like in a very reduced time frame, nobody will actually engage into that. You will be very frustrated. So having that skill and being able to okay, okay, this is going to do this, and these are the benefits, this is what it is about, in a way that, okay, the person can actually quickly, fastly understand the benefits, what it is, what it takes. It's a key element in order to succeed. Otherwise, you will have a frustration, that is can be very huge.
Bless you, bro. Uni.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, can you tell me about the project? But everyone is here, like, if everyone here is like super common, I will just like go read the white paper. I kind of read it, kind of understand it, but wanted to hear from you, like, more deeply know what
Yeah,
you're doing.
of course, dude. I mean, I actually felt like because he just gave me the perfect softball for it because he talked about elevator pitch and stuff, and I didn't share my project here, even though it's my own space, and that was my intention. Like bring more awareness to my mint because it's coming up soon. So obviously, I'm up to make a little chill for you guys if you don't mind. I mean, you have no choice right now because I guess I'm behind us. So I will make it quick. Let's just do like a Shark Tank, guys. You speakers, you are my Shark Tank juries, and I say no, like sharks, welcome. This is Rescue Turtles, and our main objective is to make money for our holders and make an environmental change. That's why the project is called Rescue Turtles. But the main objective in the first year will be to make a lot of money for our holders through different investments. Like Celine, she will be our trader. She's a very good trader, by the way. They will trade part of our treasury funds to make more money in that case. But since we want to diversify our funds, we will also put some in NFT Web3 investments / NFTs, cryptos, SPL tokens. It always depends on the market condition. When there is a deal, some alpha, we will snag and do whatever's possible to make a lot of money, right? And so that's where also the mint funds will go. The mint is cheap, so I want to make it a cheap entry for everybody, that they have a low risk, because my plan was at the beginning $50. Back then on Ethereum times even 150. So we are in a cheaper area, and we still have all the services I planned all the time on is all included. Like we have the DAO, we have the cute art, and I'm building a community around like what we're doing right now with those spaces. Because trust me, community is not a given. You have to build those things. Like it's an organic thing, then you have to water like a plant. It's not just like, yeah, you can have 50 plants and you don't water them. Dude, they're gonna die. So yeah, that's my main thing. Build an organic community, make the money, grow together. And I think if you make people money, they will never forget you and they will come back to you. And also when there's an opportunity, say, hey, there's a way to make money. You make me money, I want to make you money. / the DAO. Because I always see this project as a own little thing. My turtles. I want to see it as its own kite that it can go on its own without Puppy. But if something's wrong, comes with Puppy, I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, that's basically what I'm building. And mint is Thursday, 0202, 1 p.m. EST. So if anybody wants a whitelist token, I have cool little fancy whitelist tokens. Just DM me and I drop you two. And yeah, I see Alberto and Uni having the hands up. Whoever wants to go first.
Well, it's not an answer. It's just something that I found really very good when you describe your project. Basically, you make it clear. It's about making money. It's about making much more money and making much more money for the people involved. You are completely honest, and that is really value. It's not like you're trying to say we want to save the planet. Oh, by the way, yeah, with the prof. No, you are being completely direct, and that is something that I really value. Not trying to hide. I mean, it's about money. It's about making as much money as possible. It's just making so much money as possible in this project, and we will invest in this with this and this in order to make much more money, even more much money. So no, not joking aside. I'm not joking. I'm really being serious. That I appreciate that you make that clear. It's not you're trying to bullshit in people with we have the intentions of us are like this and no. The main purpose is to do that, and that is something that I would actually make me, instead of all the red flags that have been triggered today here, that is a a green flag trigger in me.
Well, thank you for your honest view of point. I mean, dude, it is what it is, right? You want to make the people money first, and then later we can change the world. But yeah, my first year is really main focus, make a bag, and I know if you put your mind on something, you can achieve it. So if I put my mind on getting a bag, doesn't matter how, all ways are open. I know there will be many ways opened for the person that looks for opportunities. So
I'm concerned about Selena being a key element in this project because I don't know if she's still alive or not. So that concerns me. It's a risk. Just kidding.
So Uni, what's up?
Like Alberto like summed up perfectly. I really love how you just like say our main is like getting money for like our holders. Yeah. If you even drop them, I don't think I wouldn't mind. I would just like support you. But dude, your whole point like is Selena being an awesome trader. So I think like keep emphasize on her, like her achievements. Maybe that can like make me get more attracted because is she the one that will be like trading all the things?
No. Just look, she is a crypto trader that trades perpetual Ethereum and Bitcoin. I wish she would be here right now. Celine, hello, are you here? Knock, knock.
Knock
Yeah.
Neo, knock Neo, the amazing fans has you. Knock, knock.
Yeah, look, she's in too many
She's
spaces,
a
I'm telling you, man.
she's a
It's
bot.
just yeah, AI, bro.
Oh, I knew it from the beginning. Red flag, red flag.
No, I will invest in AI traders.
Yeah, no,
That's like
so she will only be in the trading apartment, not the NFT trade. The crypto, the like on an exchange. It's not it's like Bybit. So it's gonna be Bybit trading. And it's not, like NFTs trading. She's not good at that. She's getting better at that. She has alpha groups because she has a network. I see her because she invited me in one. But yeah, no, we're gonna let that the professionals. She's professional in what she's doing, and that's where we have her, and she offered that position, and I'm so glad to have her because she's really good at what she's doing. She's like a trader since 2013, and she just lives on charts. Like she doesn't leave the house for 2 weeks, and she tells me she gets migraine. I'm like, no wonder, dude. Like if you don't go in nature and just look on the screen all the time, of course you get migraine and headaches like crazy. But yeah, that's her. So man, but we didn't decide the exact amount on how much we will give to her, but I wouldn't say 50%. It's gonna be less because she's good at making money, so I can give less and she will make the best out of it. So I can have more for NFTs and yeah, fun things for the community. Who knows? Because that's the thing. I want to make it a community decision. Like for example, if I say, "Hey, we have now $1,000. Do you guys want to have a little cash out?" That's like everybody feels like a little bit because if it's a 1,100 NFTs, $1,000 is not much, right? Like $1. Or we say, hey, do we want to donate it somewhere? Or, like be open with the DAO and say, hey, maybe we don't do anything and reinvest it in the thing to make it bigger, right? Like I always want to involve the people and say, hey, What do you guys think? But I noticed you need high council people, because you can't run a company with 1,000 people saying, hey, this, I want this, I want this, I want this. You need people that get voted up, and they get voted up a period of time and then get changed up. And that's what I'm going to do. I have 4 other people that get voted up to the high council, and I'm there all the time. So they're getting rotating. And that's how we're going to rule the turtles, you may say. Because you get voted up. Like, for example, if Alberto feels like going to the high council, he could apply for it and say, hey, this is my experience. I'm good at this. And then the community could vote up for you to be in the high council. And then for 6 months, you would be with me and 3 others ruling the rescue turtles. And if people don't like how some of us make choices, then in the next appliance term, they don't have to revote you, right? So that's what I like about this whole thing. Because, yeah, if you don't act good, man, the community won't take you again. So, but in the first place, they voted you up. So that was then also a community mistake, right? It wasn't like, yeah, Julian, like me, my name is Julian. I took everybody up that I just liked, and now look at this. No, the community, and look what a mess you guys made. So now let's get the good people up here, kind of, But hey, that's why I want to have a pre-screening. So everybody that applies has to be doxed. Like, if I want to have someone in the high council, he will get a key to the multi-signature wallet, like the treasury where the money is. And people to keys with money need to be trustworthy people. Otherwise, they can do harmful things. So that's where we put some firewalls in, that I have 5 people overall with me, because more people, difficult to get the money out, right? Because I'm also going to set that all of the 5 have to make a signature, not just 3, because I want to have max security. So yeah, Alberto, I see your hands
Yeah,
up.
be careful with those 5, because you might eventually need to get access to that wallet in a moment where Selena is not available, and you said, "Oh, but this is really urgent. We need to do it right now." And Selena, are you alive? So consider that into
Yeah,
the assessment, and maybe 4 or 3 are fair enough. Or instead of 5, make it 7 people at 5, because that's a risk of with Selena.
Alberto, hey, I tried with 12, right? It's impossible. Fucking.
But actually, you can do it with 3 and make it 2. I don't know, but the risk analysis is probably for me when it comes to executing a project, or all the phases of making a project right from the stage 0 and from executing and closing, is probably for me the most relevant, and the part where the project actually makes the difference between a successful project and a project that is not successful. Identifying the risk and having defining the strategies in order to first do what you are going to do with risk. The strategies, mitigate, avoid, transfer, accept for each one of the identified risks, and then you have to have very people that knows a lot about what the project is about, in order to have that expert advice to identify those things that people that do not have that knowledge about the business could never see. So that makes a difference. And the risk that you don't identify is probably the risk that is going to knock you down and get you out of business. So that's, for me, is the key. And the thing is that what you were mentioning about security, multi-sign, it's amazing. The fact of being able to between the community to select people that to propose somebody can propose himself into, I want to be in this position, I think I can collaborate, and then be evaluated. That is amazing. It's, again, going back to community trust, and doing the right thing in order to I don't know, to keep growing and make things work. So I really love that, and it's something that is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for the nice words. I really think also, like, this is something, it's like a God-given thing, and it should be just used as that and not taken for granted. Like, yeah, this is mine, like, no, it's a community thing, and treat it as that, and don't be greedy, right? Like, that's how I see this whole thing. It's a God-given thing, and use it that way. Like, help people. Don't be the old theme how the old world was running, where only a couple people are very rich. Like I could be a founder that takes everything, or I can be a founder that puts the funds in the treasury for the community, right? Like that's the two choices, like A or B. And that's why everybody has always the choice. And I feel like I'm making the right choice by doing this a community project and really like experimenting, seeing where this goes. And if it goes well, this can be $1 billion company. And this is really what I wish for. Because if it's an investment club, everybody knows when you're early in an investment area like crypto, NFTs, you're just leveraging on cryptos. And we know it's growing. So if I'm staying in this niche for the next 5 years, obviously Rescue Turtles will be $1 billion plus. So I believe everybody that's here right now early will be billionaires or millionaires or whatever, because you guys gonna make investments, and doesn't mean that you will be a billionaire through the turtles, but you're gonna be around people that will be billionaires. So the circle around you will equal also you. And yeah, mindset, that's Celine. Like she's a super rich mindset and I'm surrounded by her, but that also affects me. Like she thinks so much different money wise. Like I'm a gambler and she's a safe kind of person, even though sometimes
Yes.
maybe not. But yeah.
Yeah, the thing is also in the part of planification, creating the team for the project. Okay, uh, initially projects in NFT were like a couple of people have an idea and they said, okay, let's create this project. And there were people that one was probably some, I don't know, a lawyer or somebody working in the financial industry and a programmer or somebody who was an artist. And they say, we have this idea. And they start working in a project between inverted commas without having any kind of idea of how the methodology in order to actually execute run a project in following the best practices and all the steps in order to actually cover all the things that are involved in a project management done properly. It was people that actually have an idea and they didn't have any clue. They just said, "Let's do it." And and then you saw the results that were creating, and you understood that that lack of that background that was needed in order to be the manager of a project, for example, that profile was not there, and that for me is a key profile before anything. I mean, the project manager is going to first of all identify the stakeholders' expectations and okay, document all that, identify all the stakeholders before anything, and then the planifying part and building the team. Okay, Selena might know nothing about NFTs or her knowledge is not maybe her strongest field of expertise, but for sure, from what you're telling, finances for her or trading is something that okay, for all that you said, I would actually give her some saving account for her to manage and to invest. Okay, it's about having the identifying who do you need for this project. I mean, what's the objective of the process in order to get that project? You have to granulate all the tasks that are involved from the high level to the minimum units of each task that must be done in order to get the project complete. For each task, what resources do you need? That includes human resources as well. So, okay, human resources doesn't found out people in order to perform those things. Might be people like Selena, people from security, people that are, I don't know, from, developers, people that are legal advisors. It depends on the project, of course. People with certain key knowledge. Building the team is something that is a key, and people actually start running a project without having build the team in a proper way. And then once it's the project is a little bit advanced, they realize, wow, we probably have had a person with this knowledge in the team. Well, that is not probably the best way of handling that. I mean, you should have done it in the stage of planifying those things. And so, uh, running a project is involves skills, knowledge, and experience. It's not about NFT project. It's about a place to the project of building a house or whatever you can imagine. In order to be done properly, there are people that are very good at data. Selena is in what she does, and that person that is a project manager might not have to be an expert on NFTs, but that person should be an expert on managing projects and should know that she very well what should be done in order to get that project in order to reach a successful outcome.
Whoops, sorry. I misclicked there, but that's true. Like, if you're an Apple, don't try to be like a Brown or whatever. Like, do things that apples do. Do things you're good at. Especially, don't try to be somebody else, man, because too many people try that in the world, and man, you're all so special by yourself, and you don't even have to fake it. It's just original. Just trust yourself. Man, I really love this whole thing. Dude, this is going on now since like 2 hours and doesn't feel like it. It just feels like we had such a lovely time here, dude. Wow. By the way, does anybody want any whitelist tokens? Just
I do.
because, yeah, whoever wants, just click on my profile, click on a little message button, and DM me your wallet. It's a Solana project, so you need your Solana wallet. And I will definitely send you guys, whoever wants some tokens, because why not? That's what I mean. I mean, that was my intention from the beginning. Make a space, chill my space, and have a good time. And check on everything. Perfect. Successful day. Very great. Very great. Very happy that you guys are all here contributing so well. Yeah, and I have to really give thanks to Enola because he gave the little push, like the little push the cow over the, tip me over. And so, yeah, thanks for that, Enola. Let's fucking go. He's, for example, a community guy. Like, he's good at that. I just met him today, but that's the space, right? You don't you have every minute there's an opportunity if you're open for it, and really keep your eyes really open. And sometimes you have to do things to get opportunities, like write people, engage, join spaces like here. It doesn't come instantly on your lap, but it's not that hard. Like, you just have to do something. Doesn't mean that because people always say it's hard. Mindset. Because you can have the same scenario, two different people experiencing it, and one can say it was hell and one can say it was heaven, right? So it's your choice. Do you want to live in heaven or hell? And it is really mindset, all of it. Like, we learned this through our whole lives. The thing is, it's went unconscious because your parents just tell you things, you believe things, and then life happens to you. You don't think about all of those little minuscule things that happened in your life that got stuck in there like a little program. And you have to know how to deprogram yourself, because there's a lot of bullshit out there. And I mean, who still believes that this whole pandemic shit wasn't fake, man? Like, that was the last thing I think where the people lost hope in the government, because they're just lying constantly, saying this, and this, the vaccine will help you, and then people just get even sicker, and they get the vaccine, get even sick again, and yeah, it's just crazy time. I'm happy that I'm here, and we don't even have to talk about these topics anymore. That whole pandemic thing is over. Thanks to 2023, it's gonna be the best fucking year, guys. With that being said, let's keep on going. Like, what do you guys feel? What is on you guys' heart? What's on your mind? Do you want to share something in the space? Or is something on you guys' mind that you guys want to just talk about? I'm up, man. I want to just chill a little. Connect with you guys. And also, who's even here left? Do we have Bouncy here? Or bro, you smoked too much, already
I'm
fall asleep in the back? Yeah, because I heard you a couple hours ago lighting the joint, so I assumed it was hitting hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Yeah, mint incoming. Bouncy, you also have some tokens, I assume, that you still have some to give away to people?
Yeah, you see, I'm sending to people too.
Right. Yeah, I see you, the plug.
Yes, sir.
No, I really appreciate all of you guys. Like Uni also checking all of it out. Like he joined in here and he knew about the project. Like, come on, he was the first guy. Like he was actually informed. I was shocked. I'm like, wait, you talking about my project? Hold on. Oh, it's so fun, dude. Like, oh my god, you know how long this took me to come here. I mean, you've been on this ride, man.
No, I just have the title. Like the title. How can NFTs save the world? Yeah, I like to talk about it usually.
Let's go. Yeah. Did you tell us your take? I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. Like my take is that um, like it kind of go back like to the founding of like the capitalism. Like I find like capitalism like a really broken system, but like when first Dutch invented it, it just like brings so much to the Europe. Like the nation just got whole wealthy because there's like capitalism. Like Dutch made their ship companies kind of like shares, divide into shares and just give it to like the public. Public can buy it, and then they will just go and colonize other countries. It's like a bad system, but like that ownership and just like that letting capitalism grow kind of serve the whole country, grew the economics. And I kind of like see NFTs right now, the new version of it. It just like boosts that capitalism. I sort of like individual capitalism. Like everyone in the world right now just had to have like internet connection, which is kind of like also not really well right now. But with an internet connection, if you just create like your company, you don't have to do any like the right now with the NFTs without regulations, but you don't have to go to like lawyers. You don't have to go to bank. You just like create a like an internet connection, open yourself a wallet, and just build something. And I think that will be helping the world to evolve because it will just like blow up the whole economic system. It will just empower so many people that they can contribute more. It will just like give the power to individuals, and I think that will create like a change, not just like in a specific use case, but like as someone previously said, there are like lots of ways to use it, and it will just give the opportunity to people. And I believe that people will use it in a good way so that it can just like empower the whole economic system, and maybe like one day that brings that like the European Renaissance, the capitalism boost into the whole world, so that we can all like be more successful. But yeah, but it's also on the other side, it can create like a dystopia. But yeah,
Dude, I hope it comes pretty like in the next year, the renaissance of the finances. And I think this what we're doing is the beginning of it. What when you said like privatizing our money kind of, right? Like this example here with my project. I'm like telling you guys about my project, and if you're interested, you putting in your money, right? So basically I'm getting like $10 from everybody listening here, and then we're gonna make something out of this. And it wasn't there before, right? Like these, I mean, it was there before. It was private investment clubs, but this is now globalized, right? Like I could get it from Africa, Australia, wherever. These $10. So yeah, we're privatizing our money and deciding who gets our, let's say, like the government takes their tax and we decide who gets the tax and slash fee in this case here, right? But yeah, I think that's where the future will be, where the person with the money decides where the tax go, not the government. So yeah, man, that's cool. I like your point of view. Everybody's, man. You
yeah,
guys.
but yeah, but change the title of like because I think it's not restricted to
Sorry.
NFTs. I think blockchain even has like more potential to change the world than NFTs. Yeah, NFTs is
Yeah,
just
I mean,
one part.
NFTs are on the blockchain, obviously. So yeah, the blockchain is like the bigger picture. But yeah, blockchain, yeah, everybody agrees that blockchain and AI are a gigantic like sector just by itself.
Did you
You
see the
know,
Google's announcement about the AI? I think they were like getting into the music industry. I haven't tried it. I don't know. It's like even better.
what do you mean with Google? When you mean with the voices, where you can do like these, where they have like different voice, like it's
Oh,
the one of the best I heard. Like DALI, isn't that with the Google DALI is the situation? Are you
oh, it's
talking about
open.
something else?
The DALI is open AIs, and I think Google has just released like an AI tool to make music, so it can add like rhythm, write your lyrics. Yeah, I saw it, but like never get into it. Yeah, but the Delhi is like amazing. ChatGPT, I always use them, but the music one was like refreshing to
That's
me.
fire.
Yeah, Bouncy has to take a look at that for sure. Is it for free from Google right now, or you don't know? Uni. Is that Google AI? Is that free at the moment, like ChatGPT, for example?
Uh,
Or
I saw like an announcement, but I don't know the details. I think they haven't launched, but they will probably go like a same route, just first making it like an open source public and then like charging it. That's my guess.
right. Yeah, I mean that's what ChatGPT will do. They're just free right now, but they made an announcement on Discord that obviously they're looking to monetize it.
Oh, really?
Crazy. So we got Alberto also back up as a speaker. We got Crypto Palace also as a listener, man. I feel like when I talk to him, I feel like I talk to Africa because he knows every African. You know, he's my plug to Africa. And yeah, I really appreciate that he's also with the turtles all the time since months because I didn't rush things. You know, I mean the people around Bouncy Palace, they know. They know. I didn't rush things. I really care about my holders. So let's fucking go, man. I really like, yeah, whatever you guys want to say. Like, Alberto, I see you back up. I assume connection issues.
Well, actually, yeah, I didn't came back as a speaker because I dropped out to listener because intentionally it was like a connect. No, it was a cellular issue. I mean, my battery, yeah, went to zero. But no, I don't know. Um, you are going to start running these spaces on a regular basis, as you mentioned initially. Do you? Do you have I don't know, do you have some kind of planification regarding, I don't know, what topics are you going to touch on each day, or I don't know, do you have an idea on how these spaces you are going to run them?
Also, yeah, I am. So yeah, that's a good question because I like spaces. I could do them daily. I could do them 3 times a week. You know, like I feel like we could try around because it makes me a lot of fun. And if I do it daily, I even like it more because then I have like, okay, a structure. I know this time, this day. So I just always, make my scheduling around that. And what topics, dude, I can talk about a lot and I know a lot of people. So I would say I would make it like we did right now, where I just open it up and see who's coming and we talk about those like specific topics because there's specific, like Celine, she's good in trading. Makes no sense to talk with her about agriculture, right? But yeah.
No, but the thing is that I found my experience was okay. Uh, you can plan. You yeah. Life what happens to you when you're planning to do something else. So you can planify, and then life changes everything in a second, and things completely change your plans. But the thing is that if you have an idea, okay, Wednesdays it will be about, okay. First thing comes to my mind: security and Web 3.0 or NFT project. Okay, then in advance you can schedule those spaces and be posting that as tweet, and people can retweet, and actually the most important thing, they can set a reminder, so when you open that space on that Wednesday, you will not have to be waiting here for 10 minutes before somebody shows up. You will have people that will be notified at the moment the space starts, and you will have, like, I don't know, many users that appear in the moment you start the space. So having that kind of way of promoting what you're going to do in advance really is important for people, for the people to get certain amount of people in your
right,
space. That will be much more than if you do
dude,
it on the fly.
you're 100% right, and I'm a fucking noob, so I really appreciate that because this is like, I just made this. It's like one of my proper marketing spaces for my project right now, and I should have done it also much earlier. So yeah, I know I lag their heart behind, because I didn't even announce this. I just posted that kind of on the go and just saw what's happening. I just posted on Discord. So yeah, dude, of course, and people love being people of habit, right? So I also have to figure out what time is even good, first of all, right? Like,
Well, you have to define who is your target, who are the people, in what part of the world are the people that are going to actually the most important people for you in the project. For me, uh, in my case, what I do, I think I want people from America, North America, in particular South America, and Europe being involved, which is a little bit challenging because of the time difference, but it's not impossible. So making it, for example, at 7 p.m. Eastern time, it's a time that is a little bit late for people in Europe, in England, or other time zones a little bit that have another GMT plus something more. But it's not impossible, so you can cover people that are ending their shops in America, and in Europe they are already preparing to go to sleep, but they can show up here. But the question is, what part of the world are the people that you want to the most that's more important for you?
and dude, I'm telling you, I like I like afternoon or evening, and for me, evening, because I'm European, is for the American space, right? So for me, evening is great. Like, that's why I did it at this time too. This was actually a little too late for my taste, but yeah, I feel evening times works great because I'm a project founder, so I'm awake all night, anyways, all the time. So for me as a European, it's fine to be with the Americans, right? And yeah,
But same 24 hours is okay, it doesn't make any difference.
yeah, I live in Web3, bro, not in Europe. Web3 doesn't sleep. Let's fucking go, uni, bro. You got your hand up. Let's go.
Are you in Germany? Just a guess.
No, I mean, I am normally, but I'm on Canary Islands half the year, and I'm right now there till April.
Okay. I have a question for like, was the K speaking?
Pardon?
K. What was the?
No, Kay wasn't speaking. No, she
Who was
didn't
speaking?
come as a
Like no one
speaker.
appeared in my timeline. I have a question about like Africa and like an African project.
You're asking about Kay, the person who is down there, whose name is Kay,
Okay.
K-A-Y.
Okay. Like recent I was discovering something called like Afropolitan. Okay. So the project was like based on like an idea, the network state. It's like a book written by Balaji. In the book, the idea is that some bunch of people just colliding and buying a land by their like physical money, and then creating like a new country with like the based on blockchain. All the governments, all the money, all the things in blockchain. They're kind of like purchasing land and try to create like a new country.
Oh, I think I know the project you're talking about.
I think like they have like one in Nigeria, hold something in Kenya, but I don't know exactly the specification. Do you know it? Do you heard the project?
I think it's like Afro something. I can't remember. But I think
Afropolitan,
it's
right?
yeah. It's an NFT project, but it's just like this basic utility is, some NFT projects is have like how they basically how they talk about like a new metaverse for their project utility, and they just be like, once you have our NFTs, you have access to it, something like that. Sha. But it's not particularly, a main country like that. It's just a utility. As what I see it as, it's just a utility. Yeah.
Okay, cause I listened to founder and she said like we got approved by UN as like a new country, and I was like super amazed by it. Like I was like, are they really creating like a new country? And yeah, but now you're saying metaverse, I will just like be more speculative about it.
Sure, dude.
Thanks for that. It was kind of irrelevant, but I want to know. Thanks, guys.
All good, all good. Whew. Got a moonbird down here. Keith. Holy shit, he's following me. You guys think he's a real moonbird, though?
Who are you talking about? Sorry.
Keith, he's in the listener down here.
Okay, Keith. Wow. Well,
Well, looks pretty legit.
the only no looks perfect condition.
He looks
No,
legit. No, it's like, oh no, yeah, no. What is it,
no, no.
bro?
It looks. I mean, initially yeah, I can tell you, no warning.
Yeah, I'm just on the website. Looks dope. Like this guy looks like he has money. He's legit. And the thing is, he's getting followed from Tugan and Celine and all these rich fuckers that I know. So he's legit.
Well,
Celine has a
that's the thing. It's all about trust again. I mean, who are these people followed by? Okay, if certain key people that are actually very known and are following that person, people won't risk anything following somebody they don't know. So, in that case, okay, the odds are that this person is legit. So,
I
yeah,
bet he's up as a speaker. Let's fucking go, Keith. What's up?
okay, yeah.
Yes, it is a real bird. But thanks for having me up.
Congratulations on man. Fuck, he's rich. That's right there. Congratulations.
I don't know if I'd say
Actually,
that.
he's the first person that actually passes my test of my initial profiling of legitimacy or not.
Whew. Yeah, Keith, I was just joking. I was just looking through my community, and you know how people fake their PFPs, especially expensive ones. I don't know what is the floor price. I just remember when the mint came out, how the floor price was flying, almost 40 Ethereum, and I had a friend that made a lot of money with that, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not there in the beginning. So, but yeah, I think the floor is somewhere between 8 and 10 right now. I don't really pay attention.
Yeah, obviously just 8 or 10 ETH. I mean, who cares? Gotcha. Amazing. Celine, you have your hand up. You're finally there. You're back from your fifth space.
No, I was talking at Alex's spaces earlier with my old account.
Yeah, I saw your alt account down here. I like, oh, I see that. It even says like definitely not Celine.
Yeah, it just says. I
Let's
mean, you
fucking
gotta
go.
listen to her. You know, she tells the truth, so you gotta listen that she's not me. You know, even if I'm telling
Man.
people that it is me, but like, yeah.
I got a moonbot following me that's on stage, and Celine is back. Like, can the day get better? Like, what the fuck, Celine? And also Keith, both of you. I want to know, what is you guys' take on if NFTs or how NFTs can save the world? Whoever wants to go first, shoot.
I wanna say like the first thing about NFTs, right? When it comes to like the whole supply chain, we will be able to verify if it's like I want to give an example. Like let's say we are trying to buy like vegetables, for example. How do we know? Like how do we authenticate if it's organic or not organic, right? So let's say if the chain of vegetable is given like a particular NFT, we will be able to know that, oh, you know, since it has like this particular NFT, that means it is organic. You know, it's coming from this particular farm, so it's organic. You know, so that's like, again, I really think that's something we can do. You know, when it comes to just verifying the authenticity of a product. That's one of the use cases.
Very interesting take, by the way. We didn't have that yet. We had it with documents, you know, but and yeah, that's a great take, and I feel like that's a gigantic industry. Like that's really changing, literally changing. Like this can make a huge change if it's done right, right? Like
Yeah,
we
like
have to figure out
here's the
also
thing, like
how.
let's say Gucci, for example, there are like thousands and thousands of like fake Gucci bags being made, right? So let's say if if each Gucci bag is like given like one of these NFTs, and all you gotta do is let's say if this particular, you know, Etherscan matches. I don't know how like the whole mechanism is gonna work with that, but like I do think like if a Gucci like you know, produces like a way to authenticate it, I really think we will be you know, we will be leading. You know, it's literally like authentication of your product.
Right, yeah, I mean that's true. I mean NFTs are like that's what they are standing for anyways, right? Authentication
Authentication
of
and proof
ownership.
of ownership, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, again, if let's
Right.
say if everyone has like a wallet, right? and I buy like a Gucci bag today, so it's like not just that, I am like being sent like NFT that literally tells that, oh, this is an authentic product and stuff, and I just have to store it. So it's like every time I buy something which has to do with authenticity, I will have like that NFT with me, and that's how I can tell people that, hey, this one particular bag is it's authentic because it's on the blockchain and stuff.
Okay, I mean, yeah. For me, it matters really that I have the physical bag, though, because what if I have the NFT but not the physical bag anymore, right? Like, yeah. But I get you. Like, proof of ownership. Like, hey, is it really a Gucci? Yeah, look at that. Like, it is the real one, right?
I feel like, if to what Selin said, if it wants to be sold, maybe you have to sell it with, the NFTs, just like you sell your NFTs and they transfer the ownership. Maybe it's something like that, and it will just make so much sense, transferring ownership with the same bag, with the same product. Makes sense like that.
Celine, did you understand? Because if not, Enola, you have to speak up because it's not so clear, bro. Like, I didn't
I
understand.
didn't understand, Bouncy. Can you please be clear?
No, Enola.
Yeah, louder as well, please.
No, I mean, Enola is his name who's talking, not Bouncy. But yeah, Enola, please speak up and be more clear
Oh,
because
I
it's
thought
really
Bouncy
hard to
was
understand.
talking. Dang. Okay.
No, Bouncy is talking much different. He's like, hey, yo, man.
No, hell no.
Yeah, can you please be a little bit louder? It was so hard to understand. I'm sorry.
Once he just can't speak English. Enola can, he's just not clear. That's two different things. So Enola, can you please repeat your question, bro? Because Celine and I couldn't grasp it. And if you don't want to elaborate, then I would want to know Keith's point of view, because he has a moonbird. He has a expensive point of view. I want to know. It's 9 or 10 ETH worth. He doesn't even care or know. So
You're
yeah,
funny.
Keith.
Can you hear me
What's your
now?
point of view? Yes.
All right. So, when Selin said that, you said, or what's the point of having the NFT when you don't have like the fake bag the real bag anymore? I'm just like, what if it's some like the NFT, like when you sell it, you transfer the ownership, and then when you sell the bag to, or like when you don't have the bag anymore, you just like transfer the ownership to the new owner, like the NFT to the new owner. And I think it just makes sense like that, transferring.
Dude.
Can I give like an example for that? Like a real nice
Go
example.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
So I listen like a whiskey company. They were like a high luxury whiskey company, and they have like some bottles worth like $1 million, and they say like it's like 100 years aged, and they say people just buy this bottle as like an investment. You buy it, you just stand it, and it gets like in higher value. But the troubling thing is that while like transporting this bottle, it can break, and you can just like lose whole their
Did
investment.
everybody stop
So they
talking?
were just transferring like the value of it into NFTs. They're just saying like if you buy it, you will have this bottle, so that the owner don't have to like transfer it. Because I heard that like transferring ship for that NFT cost like not the NFT, for the bottle cost like $50,000, and they just like remove the transportation, thus attached to like the NFT, and made that like risky, like a safe investment in case of the holder's perspective, and in their perspective they don't have to like carry it all around and just can shield it in their museums. So it was like super. That's nice. I also want like you another example, like how you say the blockchain can be used to like track the items. I saw like a company that was kind of focusing on the unpaid workers in like the coffee industry. So they were saying like all these companies are making like we have like a clear supply chain, but it was kind of unobvious, and integrating blockchain was super hard because they just entered like wrong data when they are transferring. So this company just go to like the village, and the other challenging thing is that like you don't have Wi-Fi, you don't have internet in these villages. Like those like the farmers don't have access to blockchain, so they just gave like a Nokia cell phone, like a super simple one, and asked like to farmers to SMS them like what they deliver and what they like the companies about. So they created like a whole ecosystem based on like the SMS and their input. So created like the blockchain version of the supply chain and like detected which companies are telling the truth and which ones are not, and kind of like regulated them. That was like kind of super nice for me, like to just having the data on like the supply chain into the blockchain, like to make it super transparent. I think Selling got like into really nice points.
True. Also, Keith.
You can go ahead and print it then. I'm gonna go to another room.
Did it make it back?
Endgame, pardon. What are you saying? Because Endgame, if you have nothing to say, then please mute. Because I wanted to know Keith. I would also would love your point of view about how NFTs can save the world. But
Sure.
Yeah, Keith.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I really don't have a good use case for saving the world. I think they are disrupting the world, and they will continue to do that. So I think the future is bright for the technology and the ideas and the people that are actually using it. So, places like this, the spaces that you're hosting, they're all a part of that. And I really appreciate the conversations that are happening here.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
I
Endgame.
don't think NFTs can save the world per se, but they could possibly save what we are now if we upload as much about ourselves as we can, and then sometime in the next 200 or 300 years, if it's preserved well, it could be reaccessed as a time capsule.
All right, that's something. Can you elaborate on that point of view? Time
There's a lot of
capsule.
things. Well, if you want to hypothesize, they're doing Neuralink right now. Like, we don't have the technology to know what we are, but we might have the technology to record what we are. We could put those on NFTs, or cold storage, even for that matter. All of our ebooks, our music, everything that makes us who we are. Our languages, the sounds our animals make, the shapes of the life, the different shapes of the life on this planet as we know it. Because for all we know, this could be the only place that has life. And for now, and if anything can change that, like a solar flare, an asteroid, war. But preserving who we are and what we are, I think, is the most important thing right now, because we may not be able to save it. I mean, we probably won't be able to save it, but like time capsuling it would be good if we can do that.
Why would we want to time capsule it, really?
Well, I studied communication in college. I have a 4-year degree in it, and communication is, it's all about communication. We would be communicating to either the future survivals of our own race or some other, anything. It could be artificial intelligence that survives. I don't know. It's a form of communication. Everything's communication, actually. Every single little thing that we do.
Yeah, I mean, if I look at you different, it's a form of communication, right? Like I can blink or I can just look serious. That's right. I mean, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nonverbal communication. Yeah.
Right. There you go.
But Web3 is about ownership and provenance of things. So, preservation of data can happen in current states with any database or thumb drive or any other media that you can store that data in. So I think Web3 is slightly different in what it's bringing about. Like somebody talked about.
Yeah, but if everything's destroyed, then the only thing we would have would be what would be on a cloud, on a satellite somewhere where the disaster doesn't strike. So it would have to all be digital. Even digital DNA can be stored.
Sure, but you don't need a blockchain for that.
I don't wanna think about when the world is over about saving something. I mean, the world is over.
Well,
Endgame.
Well, if you make me feel better, I asked Chat GPT and I asked when will the world end, and the answer was basically, well, nobody can actually predict exactly when that will happen, but it's pretty likely that humanity will end before that, and it's going to take a long time before the world actually physically disappears or
there's
ends.
different ways. There's different ways we can end though. Like we might survive, but maybe we would be like without language or any kind of history or any kind of anything. Like what if infant humans were separated from their parents and they just survived, and they weren't taught anything? I mean, we would basically be animals at that point. To me, that's also the end. So the time capsule thing is pretty important to me.
So you believe that the world will be like that, though?
It's just a hypothetical scenario. It's one of many,
Yeah.
many, many types of hypothetical scenarios.
Yeah, but I'm asking you personally if you believe in that hyper.
Murphy's Law, though, if something can happen, it will. Maybe it has happened already, like a long time ago. Who knows?
I
We
Yeah.
believe
don't
it
know.
can happen.
There's missing history gaps. We have these
Yeah, sure.
missing history gaps. So
Sure.
if we can solve that gap, and we know that every 3,000 or 4,000 years, there's gaps. So we can just assume that it's going to happen again and again and again. So if the best we can do to solve the gaps, I think, we would be playing our part in let's solve this problem, solve for X. Basically, it's a math problem. You've got to solve for X. You don't know what X is, but you know what the variables around X are, and you know what X equals in the end. So
That is an interesting use for blockchain, the actual chronological history of things. So, I mean, you can have data, you can store that and have, time capsules already, but there isn't really a easy way to understand when data happened. So I think using a blockchain for that, if some future civilization was to find all of their stuff, is
yeah, when it
interesting.
happens, it's too late.
Hey, Jesus,
I just wanted to.
I'm sorry. I just had a question for Jesus. What's the mint price again?
$7, but with the launchpad fees, I would say be safe with $9.
Okay. And it's
But
on
7
Solana,
is
right?
set. Yes, ma'am.
Got you.
There you go. There was a little break in between. I'm sorry. That was advertisement for my project that's minting
No,
next
I
Thursday.
was introducing it to the other chat, the Franklin thing. So
That's lovely.
yeah, they were asking.
That's lovely. Thank you. Yes, we are cheap, but we have quality in our
Salami
hearts.
gang.
Yes. So Benny and Uni, I don't know. Benny was up there before. I don't know if Benny talked. I didn't hear his beautiful voice, but I think he's back with his dog, or he's still walking now.
No, I already came back from the lovely walk. No, I just wanted to kind of touch on two things. First, with Endgame, it's an interesting. It's quite a philosophical question, right? If you want to preserve our knowledge and humanity for in the future, but then we have to ask, will they be able to read what we make? If do they have the technology?
They
And
can decode.
well, hopefully, that's we struggled with with the Egyptians and all those, and all the other stuff. This because and as you can see, I'm more of like a Stoic philosophy. I like to read that, and Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations, he said, the world is cycles, and it's all happening. How many empires have collapsed in history, and this will too, right? So at one point, you've got to ask yourself, and how much how much do you want to preserve, and who's going to read it, right? And is there someone who's going to be able to read it? You can save it, but at one point, if you manage to live really in the now, then you can get the most out of it. I think that's the best focus in my case. But I also wanted to, because I kind of, as on my walk, I had to leave the room, and I heard your elevator pitch. Geez, I don't know if how many people pointed to that, but I just to kind of see if I heard it correctly. It's basically you buy the NFT project, so as a kind of a token holder to create a fund where Celine does the investing, she does the trading, and that's how we make money.
No, she just does the trading with the cryptos, right? So that's just a
Yeah, yeah.
part of it. That's not all of it.
So as an investor, how would how would the money be generated? And can you
Yeah,
explain
that's what I'm
that again?
saying. Yeah, like I said, a part of the funds will go, like, for example, let's say we have 5 grand, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
say we would put 1 or 2 grand of that to Celine, not everything. So we still have some money for NFTs and tokens, fun things.
Okay.
So that will be still enough to work, so she can do it, we both can do our things, and it doesn't stop anybody. But it's
Okay,
not
so
all in
part
one thing.
okay, no, I just wanted but the money will be made from Celine's efforts, right? The rest,
Yeah, I mean,
as you said, is
dude,
for fun.
I'm telling you honestly, like, Celine also doesn't do it for free, right? If she makes us money, 30% she takes from the money she makes us. So we get 70, she gets 30, right? I mean, it's fair, but I'm just saying, like, obviously she
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
also wants fair. Like, nobody's making things here for free. But yeah, she will be part of the money making machine, but not all of it.
Okay, and what would be, because that I'm just looking at it from like an investor, like we talked about earlier, right? So just someone who wants to make money. So if before I put my money in, would I be able to see the ROI of Celine? Like, what is the return, the yield that she has? Just the thing is, like, these are the things that if you pitch it to someone who wants to invest, these are the things that they might want to know, right? So, like, you want to know, okay, what is, because I don't know Celine, and I don't know her record, so that's something that I would want to know before I put my money in. And also, like, the other forms of making money, what would their yield be, and what would they be like? Because as Alberto said, it's really, I love how you were honest and upfront with this fact that this is a project to make money, to make as much money for everybody involved. But I just wanted to kind of see if you could elaborate on that, or if that's something, if I were to invest, if I would be able to get the data and get all the information that I wanted to know, and not as a criticism, right? This is just kind of to ask some difficult questions, to maybe not even that difficult, but
Let me try to see if I understood. Basically, you're trying to figure out what makes it different from any other. I mean, what is the added value of this? Why wouldn't I go actually to go directly to Silene, or somebody who has the skills of Silene to get more money for my money? Basically, that's what you're wondering.
yeah, because if you look at it, it's basically like a actively traded mutual fund, right? So we put our money
Yes.
together, we have it to a trader, and Celine trades it. Whether we have the NFT as a receipt that we paid it, and then I can ask, okay, but I want all of my money to be traded by Celine, right? So I can get more return. Is that also a possibility? Like that's just what I wanted to ask, like, because I was thinking about it on the walk, and I was like, it is pretty much like a actively traded fund, right? That's what it is. And Alberto has, the perfect question. What does it offer extra for me to say, oh, I'm going to go into this project, or I'm going to go into another one? I'm just like, this is something maybe you to get your message clearer, you get your the project out there. If someone comes and they say, oh, I want to why should I put more money in you? What is the difference?
We didn't mean to to no just yeah. I think he's putting that question is something that everybody who before investing would ask you directly. Uh,
Yeah, I
um,
don't mean to. I
no,
don't
we
mean to,
didn't mean
like,
we didn't mean to create this. Okay, let's break the ice. Let's listen to the sounds of silence. No, I cannot. I go to. Okay, you go ahead and Uni. You have your hand raised. Go ahead if you want to speak. Are you there? Oh my God!
yeah, I didn't mean
Benny.
to.
Yeah, I feel so
I
guilty now.
didn't mean to.
Yeah,
I
let's
just wanted to,
come on,
this is,
come on. Let's change the topic.
yes.
Yeah,
No,
please.
are
I'm
you
going to
like?
go back to listener again. I'm sorry for, like,
I will save
yeah, I
myself.
apologize.
No, are you like Benny's points? I was gonna ask like something similar. So just like, yeah, shadow.
Okay, you're not helping. End game. How was your day?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
No, to the other end of game, the other user who has your same handle. Yes, to you and him. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still at work. I heard in game, but you could have been saying something else.
Yeah, my English is very bad, and my selective bronchial English is even worse. So yeah, it had to have been the chance. So, okay, how is your day doing so far?
It's good. How is
Okay.
yours?
Oh, interesting, very interesting. I actually came into this space because of those marketing strategies, and I mean they set up certain names in certain spaces in order to get people, I don't know, enter into those spaces. It's just one tiny detail in the name of the space that makes a whole difference, and I was tricked, so I ended up in this space a long time ago. But my respect.